RNG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. RNG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
Non-major attendee matchups. And we already have Grimstroke banned out, Lion banned out, and
10
Beastmaster,
seconds
of
remaining.
course, banned out.
What do you mean, of course?
Oh yeah,
RNG
Beastmaster
turn
first
to
ban.
face.
What?
Some people just
Can
don't like it.
Can I talk more about how Warlock is completely ignored in China and Southeast Asia? And now Europe is also picking it up. It was originally just an NA thing, and then yesterday we were watching Alliance versus Nigma, and Warlock's popping off in Europe also.
Warlock feels
and
pretty
just
strong.
invisible in Southeast Asia and China. I don't know what the deal is.
Like,
10
You've said that like
seconds
every day for the past
but
4
they
days.
love. I mean, okay, China at least they will pick it
5
sooner rather than
seconds
later
remaining.
because they love these team fight ults. They
Yeah.
love like having a good safe lane where you can just farm away.
Spectre is really popular in the CN region as well, so
True.
because of that
Yeah.
we might see
And it
Warlock.
owns Nyx.
Yeah.
Just don't get the shard because then you stun your upheaval.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
This is the problem, Tsunami. Nay was banned. That's the problem.
And nobody trusts
Second
the name.
place
No.
at the major start
Radiant
trusting
team
it.
First.
Yeah. Why did into the Nyx? Usually people pick Nyx.
Yeah.
I do really feel that that's a huge thing. I'm like scared indeed.
I mean, it depends. Like,
It's nice.
usually the speed is the tool to escape, right? If you just
10 seconds remaining.
you're going, you can run anyway.
So guaranteed on second
5 seconds
fight,
remaining.
turn Carapace,
You can run anyway,
hit him
really.
with Vendetta, and you stun him immediately with Vendetta.
Such a
What's that fun?
funny. Like this ass
Very
doesn't go out of the
RNG's
That's true.
turn to face. RNG's turn to
that's the amount
ban.
of can provide.
Radiant team ban.
Ables with the Carapace with the Imperial. Now we get the good old combo with the Darkseer and the Nyx Assassin. What will they ban out on the side of RNG? This must be some Oracle Enchantress, right? Like kind of a duo offlane.
Yeah, unless you're just going like
10 seconds
pretty much all
remaining.
into the team fight. We have seen like a mid-sank king with Darkseer
5
many
seconds
times
remaining.
already. Works out wonderfully.
I mean banning out on RNG. Ban out heroes that counter.
Or counter Darkseer.
Dispel the Ion Shell.
RNG's
I wouldn't mind
turn
seeing-
to ban. Radiant team
Yeah,
ban.
that's what I was gonna ask. Do you think that Anti-Mage is
It's-
such a bad
it's
spot that you
always
can't
good
even
against
play?
Darkseer.
Yeah, it's always good versus Darkseer.
Yeah, it's just this walking mana void. You just see him, you're like, you just want to mana void him.
What is Darkseer's int gain?
Pretty good, like 3.5, I think.
Oh, okay.
Not in the 4 range.
10
Yeah,
seconds
because the 4
remaining.
range is like, oh man, those Pugnas, those Invokers, I love.
It's just like you always run out of
5
mana, like,
seconds
because you always
remaining.
spam Surge and Iron Shell and everybody. You come into the fight with 300 mana.
And the lane is pretty good. It
Yeah.
just runs up to you, hits you a couple of times. Your whole lane
Let me explain
concept
the lane to you.
goes
I
away.
skill, spell, shield. Oh, I don't take damage.
At 1. More than Mana Break at 1?
What do you mean?
Would you
Oh,
take
you mean
Mana
just
Break
another
at
one?
1?
No, no, no. You usually go like a break. Sometimes blink if you can already pressure him. Other times you just sustain in the lane. With a ring of health, easy.
It's mana break mode.
Yeah,
Dive and counter.
level 1 for sure. Spell shield. Unless there's a Shadow Demon.
RNG's turn to ban.
So Shadow
Radiant
Demon Dark's
team
there.
ban.
That's a brutal lane.
Yeah. Like AM hates that lane.
That's
Why do we talk about AM? Nobody picks it.
you know, Shadow Demon is popping up back into
Also
the meta.
true.
So,
Yeah.
we might see that if AM comes back.
I want to see some
10
good
seconds
old
remaining.
standard, not standard, but crazy safe lane stuff. Shadow Demon Leshrac, one of the
5
strongest dual lanes
seconds
in Dota.
remaining.
Yeah.
Just crush that off lane, give Leshrac -7 travels, you know.
Flashback right now. I actually can't believe
Boss,
he's a boss.
Yeah, told you a week ago, I'm winning literally every game with him.
And I thought
Can't lose.
at first I didn't believe that he's winning, right? Then after
I can't believe that.
after I saw that he's winning, I'm like, there has to be something wrong. This hero must be so broken.
Yeah, I think most people are in the mindset that Leshrek's the go-to hero against illusion carries, and illusion carries are not popular right now. And so people are like, yeah, Leshrek.
It's one of the strongest against Eagles for sure, but like Temple brings to the game and look for Edict. The 2 towers die between.
I mean, if you pair it up with the Shaman would be pretty nice for Elephant.
They also off like Summoners better
10
as well.
seconds remaining.
But against Nyx is very iffy.
Okay.
Like rather pick some
5
Dragon.
seconds remaining.
Something that you don't see from Elephant, from Red Panda as well, is this. They're even considering it. This
Didn't
should
even
be
ban it.
this should be a position for Shadow Shaman, and now you have to find a way to deal with Darkseer Nyx. Spells.
RTK is like, I play Darkseer a lot. I usually struggle against what thing. Let me think.
So difficult.
And Darkseer is just such a cookie cutter offlaner.
He's the quintessential off. I don't think Darkseer ever been flexed in his history in competitive Dota? Or has he always been a
Some mids, yeah, some mids have been.
I mean, even support Darkseer was okay at some time. I think when Surge was broken, first
Oh
was
yeah,
reworked.
could break the speed limit.
Yeah.
Sven. God, I don't miss that meta
So
at all.
Elder Titan, okay, so they don't address the Darkseer at all. This could actually pose some problems here, unless they pick a really strong
10
carry against it.
seconds
Elder
remaining.
Titan is a really strong position 5. However,
Against Darkseer Nyx?
Darkseer
seconds
Nyx,
remaining.
it's problematic. You can maybe do a lot early on. You can't bully the Darkseer out of the lane until he hits 3. Once he hits 3, you...
Well, Iron Shell, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. You can't really do all of it. This is more about the grand scheme of
These days, we don't see a lot of ETs get natural order in lane too early.
Radiant
And that would be
team
like half the
pick.
reason you get against the Darkseer because he has such high base armor. Seeing so much axe echo stomp.
I would have some... Aces Void has been on the rise again. Quite good against Nyx, Darkseer lane as well. A little scary.
Yeah, can be problematic. A lot of heroes are
10
against
seconds
RNG.
remaining.
They have this really nice looking position.
5 seconds
Have
remaining.
the vacuum into the wall, into the tail,
And they have 2 winning conditions left to pick.
and
Didn't show anything really other than the off lane.
I just want a strong heart. Anything that works well with the Iron and some light come to my mind that's extremely strong versus the Centaur as well.
They will get to counter one of the cards at least.
RNG.
We'll have to show their hand now. Razor. I wouldn't mind seeing
There
like a
you go.
Blade right now.
But you see, like
Phantom
you
Lancer? Okay.
pick the Razor and suddenly that Life Stealer. Do I really want to pick it? Not necessarily anymore.
But they picked the PL right away, which absolutely destroys Shaman and Razor.
right? But
It's very scary against ET.
and Centaur should have a very decent lane, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like you free from a Centaur. I'm always scared when I see these
10
melee
seconds
agi carries against
remaining.
Elder Titan.
RNG's turn
You get
to
up close and
ban.
personal, suddenly you take pure damage basically.
Yeah.
Not even melee.
What's the range
Morphling
of
or
that?
something like that, you can.
And plus, with these early Vanguards, Phantom Lancer barely even tickles Centaur.
Yeah. I feel like the draw range would have been almost the perfect pick here. Like it owns all 4 of the heroes. I mean, should have Stampede to get on top of you, but you have Silence to push them away. You're gonna have a Force Death eventually. You have Disrupt the Nyx to protect you, Surge.
Just love how they were one step ahead with the Red pick.
10 seconds
The Life
remaining.
Stealer is an option which every team is going for right now versus Centaur. We're just
5
gonna pick Razor and
seconds
you can go
remaining.
for it.
RNG, if they
RNG's
wanna
turn to pick.
maybe go for that mid Sand King, it's not a crazy thought.
It's not even bad against Razor. You just push out the lane. Every time he links you just kill the creeps. He takes a ton of damage.
Yeah.
So,
But this PL pick, I gotta admit, kind of put me off RNG's draft. I'm not the biggest fan of it. They still have
10
one
seconds
last pick on
remaining.
Elephant to own it.
should be mid Razor as well.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
should be.
90%.
5 seconds remaining.
And if it's not, they can still pick a mid Lash that we spoke about.
Mid Lash, Puck is still in the pool.
Pucks them. But then you don't really have the best hero to deal with. Like, you need some sort of damage.
I
To
just-
save them, probably.
Yeah, I want to see them be
Radiant
able to scale
team
versus the
pick.
PL as well.
You don't just want to lose. Volker. It's a Quadswix Invoker. Razor
D-Stones Invoke.
owns Invoker, don't. So they kind of picked him a bad matchup in mid lane. Now they just need an answer to the PL that's also good against Darkseer. Juggernaut is banned.
Go with
10
the AM.
seconds remaining.
Cares about the PL. Just go with the AM.
Yeah,
I like
against
it.
Invoker as well.
Choose your
Sven,
hero.
okay. Pretty conventional answer to that PL,
Sure.
especially a couple of years ago.
I wonder how it works right now because we haven't really seen
It's
a
scary.
lot of Sven. Yeah, we haven't.
Because you have this Elder Titan aura, you basically take pure damage from this.
We haven't really seen. In season 1, actually, there was one Sven pickup versus the Lycan because Lycan was really popular. I believe it's actually IG that picked it. So if they believe in Sven Elephant, why wouldn't they as well?
Yeah.
Like, the hero is not picked at all in other regions, but
It makes a lot of sense with Elder Titan.
Yeah, it's go-to situational pick against a bunch of units. Like, China was picking it against Nature's Prophet a lot as well. So
Yeah.
I'm with you, Black. I was on board with RNG for the first 3 picks. They kind of went off the rails with this PL and Invoker. I'm going Elephant for game number 1.
Yeah, too. If they picked Drow instead of melee carry against Titan, would have liked it much better. Elephant.
yeah, Elephant as well. Give us 3. The Razor pick really did it for me because it closed all the loopholes that Elephant's draft had.
All right, let's see what B-Cup and Lacoste have to think about this draft. G versus Elephant.
Yeah, I'm liking this Sven last. I think it's a very good matchup against the PL. Should be also a favorable matchup on the mid lane. Razor against the Invoker. So, like, just by having these two carry and mid to mid matchups, so they have an advantage for sure.
B-Cup, you got to make it 5 Elephants.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in the Caster's Curse. 5 of us here, 5 of us going
Prepare
Elephant.
for battle.
And 10 of the players are ready in the game. Let's jump into game number 1.
Yeah, getting into game number 1.
Should be an interesting one. D-Stone's Invoker, something that this guy is really famous for, so I want to see what he can do, even though the matchup for him is not that great. But on the side of RNG, you have these super Wombo combo, like these 3 heroes paired up together has been, even if the patch is not good for them, someone will always try to pick it. I believe it was very popular in CIS region, couple Darkseer, Nyx Assassin, plus a Disruptor, Vacuum into Static Storm, plus Impale possibly, so they have, like, if you see, like, one good execution of a team fight, 2-3-man
30
Vacuum, that
seconds to
could
battle.
potentially change the team fight, maybe even change the game if they can potentially kill the Roshan after that, but we'll have to see. So the lane setup will be Sven, plus Red Panda, Elder Titan on the bottom lane, Somnus mid, on his Razor, Yang Centaur. Centaur just feels so great. Also him building into Vanguard, most likely upgrading it to Crimson Guard eventually against the PL and the Illusions, but he also needs a hood because there's a ton of magical damage.
Yeah, we've been seeing that a lot. Just the early Vanguard on these Centaurs and then right into the hood. So we'll see if that's the way that he wants to build it. Felix in trouble. Plasma Field's out. Plasma Field coming back in, gets the kill on the Felix, and, Somnus will get first blood. It's a good way for him to start. He's been one of those players, I'd say, that I'm only eyeing in Season 2. Didn't exactly have the flashiest of Season 1s. It wasn't the most exciting season from him, and I think so far he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, in the second season he looks much better because the whole team pretty much looks as a team. They felt really disconnecting in Season 1, but they are doing much better. I want to see what the Sven's item build is going to be. Like, this hero doesn't have much sustain against the Darkseer. He's not a life stealer, he's not anti-mage, he's not Juggernaut. So we'll have to see like how much region he needs to bring. Felix bringing 1 healing salve. Sorry, Red Panda bringing 1 healing salve to the bottom lane, just to have some extra sustain. This damage over time coming out from the Iron Shell is a bit too much for Sven to sustain.
Yeah, especially once he gets that level 2 in the Iron Shell, then you're adding so much to the lane that makes it potentially really difficult for Eurus. If Felix is just standing right in Eurus' face, maybe a little bit too far so. The impale out onto Red Panda, who's now hitting him for an extra 63, so use that hammer, briefcase, stapler, however you want to call it, to go get some shots out. D-Stone static linked up, pushing him away, and this is when people first were really high on D-Stones. This was the hero they were high on. This is D-Stone's Invoker. Have you seen it? Have you experienced watching that?
Yeah, I remember when we were in China that we played against his Invoker in one game. I believe we lost. Bottom lane, Stomp.
Sleep on the 2, looking after Flyby, trying to get this kill. Looks to just use that Impale, so he won't be able to keep Flyby alive. Red Panda gets the kill, and it's now 2-0 for Elephant. Still looking pretty clean.
It's a good lane for ET where he's playing into 2 melee heroes, but once they hit like level 3 on the Dark Shield, double Iron Shell on both of these heroes, they could potentially run him down. But I like his item build. He has a Fairy Fire, Magic Stick, a lot of sustain already, so might not be that easy to bring him down. You talked about the Invoker, he's sitting at 9 CS, Razor 12. It's also Quasvex Invoker, so he doesn't have that much damage. And also Razor is stealing your damage, so it could be a bit problematic.
Super going down, FY getting the kill there up top. Getting kills all over the map so far. Yeah, D-Stone's not going into that damage, so what's his objective here up against Somnus? Like you said, you get drained. The lane feels like it's almost impossible. Shackle now onto the Phantom. So they're going bottom on a flyby. Doppelganger to try and run, but the double edge is there for Yang to get the kill on a God King. While that's happening, Red Panda kills off flyby. Kills all over the map, and they are dominating RNG right now.
Super aggressive moves from Elephant. Like, they're getting multiple kills on the side lanes. The mid lane is also going well. Already 2k gold lead. RNG still needs to put a point in the... Oh my god, the bottom. It's a level 2
damage on Red Panda.
And he has enough money to buy actually Boots of Speed on Elder Titan, so he can run them down. We'll go for... Yeah, Boots of Speed trying to steal the rune, but he won't be able to do so. It's just not enough. It's a lot of mana wasted. Like, he used this full combo there. Will not get anything. FY on the top lane. They get another one.
Yeah, this lane was really popular. It was also very popular around the time when you were seeing a lot of Centaur Rubik. Some teams were switching it up and going into the Centaur Shadow Shaman. You've got the Shackle Hoof Stomp combo with the double edge. Shadow Shaman's second highest base damage in the game. It's a lane that hurts. It's a lane that you really need to be careful in. And, well, Super's died a couple times, and they also got a kill on the God King, so it's not looking good right now. Shackle, again, double edge is quite a bit of damage. They'll have the Hoof Stomp to follow it up. He's just dead. I mean, they've got so much damage coming out, and God King can't get anything done.
Once he gets that Vanguard online, like, he's just good to go. They can't kill him anymore. Might be able to bring some extra regen. FY on Shaman, he has 4 minutes mana boots plus a stick. So that's going to be a lot of harassment coming out from these two heroes. He went for 2-0-2 build, so they have a lot of lockdown. You know, and Disruptor, he's not the strongest laner.
And if he's not there, he's not able to stop you holding those shackles. It's level 2 in the Ether Shock as well, so they're just looking for that big damage bump on the God King, and it's worked twice. He's really going to struggle in this lane. I say he's really going to struggle.
He's already struggling.
Yeah. It's like when your Pokemon's out of PP on his moves, all he's got to do is struggle. And that hurts yourself. So, I don't know if he's going to really do well in this lane.
Man, I miss playing Pokemon. I played Shield. That was the last game that I played. Bottom, Red Panda. Going in with some aggressive moves.
It's hit for an extra 117, so when you get to hit for 177, it feels quite nice to throw those right clicks out when you can.
Vanguard done, full HP Centaur, 1400 HP. Like, he also decided to not go in any points of to retaliate in this game. I kind of like that because he understands, like, we can just burst them down. Shadow Shaman can control them. Somnus picking up the water. I think he actually denied the other water rune.
So, FY's gonna be 6 so fast. He's already level 5. Like, both the supports on RNG are 3. Get quick Serpent Wards, can push these towers. God King's map's gonna shrink very quickly.
These stones, okay. Sven using ulti just to clear the creep wave. I thought he was gonna go in, you know, I hear the sound. But to go back to the mid lane, Invoker, like, he has Urn of Shadows. You need to be active. Like, one bad rotation with the Quasvex Invoker, you don't get anything done. You lose so much. Like, you lose much more than the other heroes because you need that Urn charge. You need to be able to get the kill. Otherwise, like, you have no ways of flash farming. This hero, Quasvex Invoker, especially if you look at the CS board, Razor has 26 denies, 42 CS, while Invoker is sitting at 23 and 3.
Yang just outputting so much damage on a God King. Like you said, once he's got this Vanguard, he doesn't quite care. He was diving under the tier 1 tower to get that whole movement started. God King salving up, and that gold getting spent on regen.
Every single time he gets close, he will get double edge in his face.
So level ahead of God King in the moment. Centaur going to go for those boots, and then we should, or could potentially see the hood. Maybe he'll finish the Crimson first.
Now there's no need. Like Crimson, for a bit later stage of the game, they managed to shut down PL, so no need to
Really
double
rush it, right?
down. Yeah, just getting a hood would be much better. Even a Blink Dagger sounds fine. Maybe a Cat Cloak. We'll see what he decides to go for. He's extremely farmed right now, so I think he can afford to get a hood and then get a Blink Dagger.
So these 3 cores on the side of Elephant are very high up and very far ahead of the rest. They're going to push tier 1 tower. Somna's coming in. They've also got the Shadow coming to backfly. The scan is going to spot Super for a moment, and they should get an inkling of a feeling of where he's at. But they just don't dive into
double man stun.
They've got the Spike Carapace as well as the Impel. The Sleep lands on it too. They should have the damage to get the kill here on a flyby, but he drops down off the wall, so he's slowed up enough where they don't kill off the Darkseer.
That was such nicely executed from Elephant, but the wall kind of stops it, and they're putting the pressure on the top tower. It's gonna drop. Centaur 2 points and retaliate plus a Vanguard. Like, he can just deal damage to tower and not receive any kind of damage. You can play around this, sure. They have a Stampede ready in 50 seconds, so they can start playing a bit more aggressive. Sven in the jungle has that madness done.
Disruptor's very dead up top. FY is on a killing spree.
5k gold lead before 10 minutes. Like, this is just a complete disaster for RNG.
You talk about perfect scenarios happening in your head when, like, you're looking at the draft, you're like, if all this goes right, they could be up so much. This is like, they've executed it. They've executed the perfect first 10 minutes right now. I really don't think it could. They could take this tier 1 mid. They have Serpent Ward to work with. Samus can push it in. Back up for the 10-minute rune.
He's trying to stack one more time for Sven, and then he can collapse on a mid lane with the Mass Serpent Wards, with the Siege unit. Didn't manage to get that off. A bit too late.
The little black dragon there just bumped up against another creep and didn't get out in time.
Hood, already down the Hood. Vanguard boots, Magic Wand, 10 minutes. Plus, you know, of course, Gaben wants to bless you when you're having a good time, so he gives him a chipped west on top of that.
Hey, are you having a perfect game right now? Let's make that a little bit better. Take this chip vest. Got it. Super is level 6 now, though. They're trying to get the Nyx Assassin to 6 as well. So Super does have that Static Storm to work with. We'll see if that ends up changing anything. It really can be nice with the vacuum combination, like you said.
They need to do something. They have level 6 on Disruptor. They need to make stuff happen. Assassin also has Vendetta. I can do that. Yeah, this is the classic move. Darkseer plus Nyx Assassin. He uses a shield. Potentially Surge, and now Nyx Assassin is scouting things out. They have one sent for the mid, so potentially they could see him. I don't think they can kill Yang, though. Like, Yang is a bit too tanky.
He knows he just got tapped there.
Are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna get this tier 1 tower mid with no contest from RNG. Is normal punch
Dire's
good yet?
middle tower has
Is Shard
fallen.
worth getting any?
Radiant's
Is
bottom
there gonna be a
tower
point where it
is
gets
under
good enough
attack.
to pick up?
It got buffed. I think it's viable, not the best one, but in some situations it's okay. Like, you still will prioritize getting the other items. Like, Aghanim Scepter is really good. Getting the potentially Hood for your own team, Mech/Guardian Greaves is pretty much always going to have higher priority.
So Yang going for that Blink Dagger. He's halfway to it. You've got the Echo Saber finished on Sven, who's 45 seconds out of having God's Strength back again. And you can see they're just invading trying to slow down God King's game, and they're achieving that. He's going for the Diffusal Blade first, but it's still a ways out, and you're up 7,000 gold. God. So much already.
They didn't get the single kill this game. Like the if you see 0, then you're kind of worried. What's going on? Come on, guys. We just need 1 kill. Smoke. Another, like, try RNG to make stuff happen. But they can't kill. Yang is too tanky. He pops that hood. Level 4 retaliate. They're just going to kill themselves if they keep hitting him with the chipped west and retaliate.
Yang's the one frontlining right now. Sees that courier going over to fly by, and he'll just take his stack away, or at least try to. Catch fly by, they should be able to sweep him up. They hit him with the Storm Hammer right into the wall. They don't care. Eurus doesn't care about the illusion, and now we'll go after the T1 bottom. They stop God King. Five goes out. They've got right on top of God King. They land the stun. Like that, is he going to be able to stop them? Super. He's got a Static Storm to work with. Now he gets slashed, and he'll just die to the double edge. He doesn't even get to throw it down. They use the wall, they back up, and they continue to die one by one. 10-0 Elephant.
Not bad from Elephant at all. Like, also Nyx Assassin doesn't like to play any kind of hexes. He didn't like to play into Beastmaster, scouting him out in the previous patch with the Necro units. Like, you use Carapace, you get hexed, completely ignored. Like you get hexed before, and then they just manage to burst you down.
So, 14 minutes in, still yet to get a kill here for RNG. They're going to put something together. Definitely could, when the time comes, you know, pick up that spare vessel, the diffusal, the timing start to come out a little bit. That's going to be
looking at the scoreboard. These Stones is the only one who's not feeding. He's 0-0-0. Rest of the team, you know, they have a couple of deaths. That. Yeah. Other guys should play like these Stones.
Dire's bottom tower is under
so Spirit Vessel done, unfortunately, with the 0 kill on the board. That means you don't have any charges. Yeah, he just needs 100, 300 actually gold to finish it off.
And then have no charges on it.
It's like not having an item. This just gives you a bit of tankiness. That's all.
It's like purchasing something you can't touch.
It's like buying a TV without having electricity, pretty much.
Yeah. The value's there. You gotta be able to turn it on. The lead extending. Yeah, of course, Sven is about to. He's getting towards that BKB. Super very dead. Yang getting an easy kill there. And they want to kill God King. Slow down that Diffusal Blade even more. You don't quite catch him as he doppelgangers away and then TPs towards bottom. But Elephant taking over the jungle. And they've been taking over this jungle since like minute 8.
They really showed the game. You don't fool around with us. We're gonna burn your mana, not take any of your HP, but mana will be there.
400 mana, gone. 2,000 HP,
still there.
You can keep it. Courier coming over. Felix is in the Vendetta right now, but nobody is with him. Towards mid, they might even want to go on a flyby. They bring Somnus over, and they will take that top tier 2. They can secure the outpost as well. Not sure Dire will get this back before the 20-minute mark.
When we're talking about Nyx Assassin, like he, in theory, against their should have a decent time, can set up things off Sven's Cleave, can set up things off Razor spells easily. He can, retaliate. You hit him from Vendetta, but you used the Carapace before, and then stun on a Centaur. In theory, that's why, you know, Dota is such a complicated game. As we see, 11-0, 10k gold lead for Elephant. It's a rough one. Not much to say for RNG.
Radiant's bottom tower
Trying to think of a way how they make a comeback. amount of ideas at the moment. Like, even with this diffusal, like, what's their timing? They need to execute the combo. Darkseer has Aghanim Scepter, so that's a big item. But let's see what they can do.
And it gets broken immediately. Spike Carpets comes out. All right.
This might be the first kill.
Blink into the hook stop. They've got themselves a Static Storm down. Ooh, Serpent Wards, they surround Flyby. Still the Static Storm. Earthsplitter got get that kill on a Somnus. And then they get one on FY. They have upped their kill count by an infinite amount. They might even get themselves a third. Doppelganger, Red Panda in some trouble. Get the Sweet Bomb, lands it on the Nick Assassin. Yeah, he's tanky, but is he tanky enough? Doesn't look like it. That's a first beat charge used by Eurus to just run. God King all of a sudden gets a double kill. And they get 4 kills in that exchange.
Well, Elephant maybe, thought that they can't deal damage to them. Unfortunately, Sven did not have ulti there, so we're gonna see that one again. Next Assassin, as it's easy to set things up on Razor, and the Diffuse Blade on PL, he actually deals the damage.
It looked okay from...
Yeah, they just like 4 kills. I think Elephant will slow it down a bit, respect the Darkseer wall, respect the vacuum, the combo, the ion shells. So maybe they won't take another fight until Razor has a BKB, so they will have 2 BKBs online, and they will also have Sven. Sven is the damage dealer in this game.
Not enough damage dealt in that. Get around. Daedalus now. Really looking to ramp up that damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go Roche either.
They could potentially, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get BKBs on all 3 cores.
Under attack.
Still postured through mid. Playing pretty far forward while got Yang, who is just up top. He TP's down towards bottom to continue for the BKB. Meaning Samus will take over this farm. Like I said, he's trying to get into a BKB and he's 1,400 foot away from having it.
Another smoke from RNG. They want to take this fight. Like, they executed it nicely. It wasn't the perfect combo. And next, look at him. He's going to set things up with the Carapace.
With the vent, Carapace, he's retaliate, stuns him up. They've got the Static Storm. God King getting the kill on the Yang. And now he's on a killing spree. And things looking a lot better for RNG. They're still down a lot in terms of net worth. But they can fight. They have a whip.
The Elephant is starting to respect them. They're just going to give up on this tower, it feels like. No Centaur, that means no Stampede, no form of initiation.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Force Staff picked up D-Stones.
Double damage.
He wants to go LinkedIn. Spirit Vessel, Force Staff. Just to the BKB. Okay.
Yep. Utility. He's still damage going with the Spirit Vessel once the BKBs are down. Force Staff. A bit of utility. Great against Razor. Great against Sven, whoever they decide to focus.
Goes off the Daedalus and goes Link, now Sanjin Yasha. Had a couple things queued up and still trying to figure out which one he wants.
He found the budget Daedalus. Imp Claw is kind of okay-ish. It's not the real Daedalus, but at least he has a crit, which works nicely on Sven.
So, Vision was down. It does spot Eurus. Up a lot of space right now for God King, who's kind of brought his way into this, and he's going into the shard.
He's network behind Sven in this game. He has a bit of status resistance, which is great against all these stuns that they have, hexes and everything. So, as I said, they're just waiting for a BKB. On raid, also Centaur, like he wants to get a BKB.
Centaur has the Ogre Axe of his BKB. Razor's got that BKB delivered. They've got the Blink Dagger on FY, so they're starting to really get these items together that might really put them in a confident position to start trying to fight here. Deep Observer Ward. That just FY. I like that spot.
They want to push out the lane, smoke up, and try to go for a fight with. Press the ball BKBs, like everyone just wants to get a BKB on Elephant pretty much. Eventually, if this game goes on, they will have 5 BKBs on their heroes. Fire, they're using a scan, it connects on Somnus. So they know something is up. The deep observer ward that you talked about, scouted a couple of rotations, so they know something is cooking. Look at the positioning. Flyby, sitting in the trees, and Warren just playing the top part of the map.
Yeah, while Elephants sit here bottom and get nothing.
Like this game, wow, Elephant is just untouchable.
Radiant's top tower
This game's
is
pretty
under
close,
attack.
even though it's a 6k gold lead at the moment. But we have not seen Sven going in, full damage potential from the God Strength and the BKB.
He's also going for that shard, so that dispel.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. Being able to
Radiant's
dispel the
top
Iron
tower
Shell,
has fallen.
dispel that surge of potential will be there.
That storm used on the Elder. Big kill here on Red Panda. He gets killed off pretty easily, and in death they'll pick up that solar storm that's used for the Elder Titan, maybe giving opportunity to Elephant to want to fight. It's part of the team fight here for RNG, and it might give an opportunity for Elephant to take advantage now that it's on cooldown.
They just want to be annoying on side of RNG. Look at what they're building. Phantom Lancer just bought going into Etherlands. It's a popular build. So you have cast range on your Spirit Lance. You deal well with the Shaman. Deal well with the supports first, and you can stay further away from the fusion deals 80% of the damage.
So?
Their overtime is things like Spirit Vessel and everything. They still have one big combo that if they execute well of RNG, they could potentially delete 2 heroes. Right. But their lineup is also very, very, very good at just going in and out multiple times with the Surge, with the resetting again, with the Doppelganger from the Phantom Lancer, Tornado.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The split is 7k, but you look at the core, that massive of a difference. Like, yeah, it's 2k between the Phantom Lancer and the Sven, but elsewhere it's really closing up. The big differences are the supports. Like, you got about 1,200 between every hero, but it's not like
it's not that big of a difference. It's just like half an item, 1,000 gold on every single hero. That's not that much at this point.
yeah.
So this is another BKB Centaur just finished his.
So going for Shard, you've got the Solar Crest on Red Panda. That might lead them towards Roche. Bring this wave over. The sun's really into the pit, so they know this is going on. There's a lot of fight potential here for RNG to go after this. I don't think they should be just giving it up. However, they're not making a move towards the pit. No.
They use the Sven ulti, they use Shaman ulti, so they will not be able to take a fight for another minute and a half, 2 minutes.
I'm a little surprised that they just let go. It seems like a very doable fight.
Their heroes are very good at fighting inside the pit, but I guess they are respecting the BKBs. That was really not good against BKBs, so they're just gonna let it go.
My enemies pay.
So Shard there for the Sven. You got Shivas and Shard being built by Somnus. A lot of Shards. I haven't really seen a game in a while have this many.
Radiant
1 or 2 heroes currently per game, but now people are just grabbing the Shards. They've got Disruptor with his Shard.
There's not gonna be Invoker Shard. Like that Chaos Meteor is
okay. You know,
It,
tier.
it's something.
2 more meteors,
The good thing is reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds, so you might use 2 meteors.
I will say, 5 everybody else is doing it. Getting shard. Just want to see a little normal punch.
Is a great conductor.
Eventually, well, we're gonna see it.
Could you imagine a superhero
Dire's
flies
bottom
up to you
tower
and
is under attack.
Just punches me for no reason.
he goes up to the villain. I'm gonna hit you with a normal punch.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
2 out of 5. Mid lane, Yang
And the Stampede
Is under attack.
was escaped. Stormhammer coming through. Tornado with the BKB. They
Good
force
force.
stamp him back. So BKB gets spent on Elephant. Pretty big. Get those timers down.
At this point, when you have Darkseer on your assassin as a disruptor, unfortunately he did not find Philly. No Philosopher's
Dire's
Stone for
bottom
him.
tower
But
is
I
under
think
attack.
you should try to farm up
Dire's
Aghanim.
structures are fortified.
It's a game changer. Eventually, this game goes on for another 20-25 minutes. You will. Super is super under real items, just ankle boots at the moment, pretty much.
4K net worth. Tranquil Boots, he's also got shard. It's a lot of gold, man.
Yeah, that's why he has 4K, you know. But I would definitely love to see Aghanim Scepter on him.
Oh, for sure. It's going Crest in it. I'd also love to see Axe.
Pretty much is the best item, but in this situation, in this patch, you know, Solar Crest got buffed. You can pretty much buy it on any hero, but I would love to see if he can farm it. Maybe they give him a farm priority, one of the lanes. Like, it's a one of the Aghanim Scepter upgrades in the game.
So yours for the Daedalus, he's got the Crystallis in his backpack. At least for now. He's got it in his back. The Paladin's sword, so he doesn't want to hold on to that at all on this Phantom Lancer. He's going into the Octarine Core. Not too far off of it either.
Lowering the cooldown on a Spirit Lance is just going to be so annoying. It also Q and the illusion stanky. You have status resistance coming out from S.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And with the
attack.
Spirit Lance cooldown, like there's a lot of synergy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, this game, what, started 12-0, then went 12-4, now it's gotten 12-6. Elephant really
Radiant's
haven't gotten
bottom
much
tower
in
is
terms of
under
kills
attack.
recently, but they are extending their net worth lead. It is 9K. At some point, so they are farming well enough. They're bulking up that lead. Boy, now has that shard. He was going for the BKB, went back to get shard, now going back into the BKB. Heart being built for the Centaur. Shard almost enough gold there for Somnus to
Radiant's
pick that
bottom
up,
tower is
upgrading
under
that
attack.
Storm Surge.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See how this goes. It's the agent, and they don't take a fight with it.
Radiant's
Octarine done
bottom
on
tower has
PL.
fallen.
They want to take this fight. The Phantom Lancer will also hit the level 20 in a sec.
Radiant are scanning.
And he's about to hit that 20, spends at 21. You do hacks on this at 20. He's got minus 0.1 Eye of the Storm Strike. Red Panda's pretty low. That was super. Who's actually ahead of him? Surprisingly, most have more experience on RNG.
Because all these kills are pretty much from the stage, you don't get that much XP anyway.
Right.
And then they took 2 good fights. This is where the XP from. Soon was on Sven. Both of these teams, they don't want to take fights. They feel like, you know, we need that one extra item. see aggression from Elephant in the first 10-15 minutes. They lost one fight. Suddenly, they just stopped playing the game.
Yeah, it was Elephant who felt very confident. We're moving forward the entirety of the first 20 minutes. You lose one fight, back into the shell. Hide out for a little bit. And this hiding out seems to be benefiting, I would say, RNG to get these. We saw that they could fight, and they were pretty close to turning the game around. But a couple pickups, it just wasn't to get it back to even. But there is certainly potential there right now for RNG, despite the fact that they're down 10k, and they are going to smoke. They're going to walk right into RNG. I believe the smoke got broken on the Razor. They have the Hex, they have the Storm Hammer, they Assassin. They'll get the kill on the Felix. They're looking to go. BKB gets popped, super on the run. But with BKB, they don't quite get the kill. Look over to get the tier 2. Tornado EMP, Stormhammer to try and deal with the delusions. You see the Spirit Lance just being constant.
Under attack.
They have 1, 2, 3 heroes with the mana burn, EMP, mana burn from Nyx Assassin, and the Diffusal Blade Phantom
Dire's
Lancer.
middle tower has fallen.
Quick for Elephant. BKB doesn't cost mana.
I'm right now where I think RNG can, still take the game. If they take one good fight after a long fight, they just need to be able to kite them. Also, I see them building Eon Disc. It's really not that good against Sen. It's gonna keep you alive. Sen can be everywhere on the map. No Basher. There's gonna be Cataclysm, but not enough damage. Because Sven has that shard, the Dispel mechanic, and reduces the cooldown by 4 seconds, so 8-second cooldown on a Stormhammer.
This is a long time for Roche, 2 minutes, but RNG, they're postured forward. They're pushing out back BKB and run away and have it available for more seconds, so I don't think Eurus is going head-to-head with RNG anytime soon, or at least doesn't want to. They need to be careful. Somnus and Empire come in precarious positions. There's the Hex as well as the Somnus, though. Chased by Godkin. They'll start to retreat off this. They'll go to the Stampede. They're going to try and catch up with this team. They'll go out 5% to the kick here. Only meeting. Goes in. Fight careful to pull the Stormhammer out as well as the Hookstop out of Felix. They'll get to the Nyx Assassin, but that's it. And they want to turn this around. They throw down the back of the Nyx. They'll throw on the top of the corner right Panda, and now they're looking to really get into the face of Elephant. They turned around for a moment, and no beat. They wanted to so they to this kick. Get the kill, taking out a second. Up back up red. The only thing that's the silver lining there for Elephant, that Roche isn't up 66 seconds, but it was RNG head right back to Roche. Themselves the Aegis Cheese as well as the Addict Shard. Now with the BKB pop. Gets caught with looks, so get the guns. Static Storm, what is this? It's all there for the RNG. They get a kill on Eurus. He's dead. No, five over. They're taking out Somnus, triple kill over God King, and it is all RNG. What was once a 12k lead, it's now just 5, and I'm going to be even within the next minute. That's why I said, I'm feeling off. They could this one. All they need to do is set that they have so many resetting tools. Like you could see the zoning meter, kind of zoning wall as well. They have tornado, anything from disruptor. Like you can just glimpse people back. If the BKBs are down, they don't win this game. Like Elephant, they need to go in and delete 1 or 2 heroes, and then if they don't get a kill during the beat, they're just gonna lose out this game. All of a sudden 12k to 2k. They're gonna back up. They have Roche's opportunity here. There's still no reserve in 5 back on the high ground lead. So you expect that they don't have buyback or they're not wanting to use it. You go in a roach, you get yourself a cheese.
Plus a
and then
shard.
Go again. The shard.
I'm wondering if they get shard too. Nick Assassin could be the one, but normal punch. Let's get the normal punch. Let's go.
Into the dive.
Did we? He's the one holding the cheese. No, unfortunately, Invoker picked it up. Disappointed, 3 meters against normal punch.
One punch or 3 chaos meters. What would you take?
Maybe if it was called like superior punch, people would pick it up more.
Yeah. Normal
Knockout
just
punch,
doesn't-
like normal punch is just nothing. Like I don't want to
Knockout
buy. I don't want to spend the gold. Like you don't even have to spend the gold. Roshan drops one. No one wants to pick it up. Like they don't give it to him. I'm pretty sure he was like, guys, trust me. Could be really cool. I'll show it to you. They're like, nah, bro, we're good.
Man, disappointing. The opportunity was there because he's not going to buy one on his. I don't think. Oh no, wait. He's not going to buy one on his own. I don't think. Says guy who regrets saying that as he did buy one.
It was flying.
Why was it
Well,
flying
sometimes B-Cup check things before you say. Like, this is experience before you... I mean, I'm not the one who also doesn't do... Yeah, we have normal
Radiant's middle
punch.
barracks are under attack.
I didn't see this courier. Where's quick buy? He's got. Giving me aura.
Phantom Lancer building into Basher. So that's gonna have... they're gonna have another way of dealing with the BKBs. At this... So, they don't have any MKBs. They don't have anything that goes through evasion.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
you have like
tower is under
Maelstrom,
attack.
Racer, but Phantom Lancer can just easily go in and out of the fight with the Doppelganger, getting closer to level 25. Whoa.
Radiant's top tower
Devastating.
has fallen.
Almost have 25 on Eurus. He's going into the Satan.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think Satanic is the option here. I think you need to get Divine Rapier or you need to get MKB to deal with evasion. Because right now, yeah, you are tanky, but you need to be able to burn people down.
They've got the Satan as well. Short hammer. They're going to come with BKB as well. They got Market. They go with the Hex. Doppelganger. There it is. Cage is gone. These BKBs, they're not that long. They're going to eat the filter food. That's good. The static storm out. So why? He just can't get that normal punch off. They end up killing off God King. They take out this Phantom Lancer. 8x3 go the way of Somnus. They'll go after Flyby for some Scott Furious, and there's the normal punch, and it does feel like a normal punch. Ouch! Not really.
Wow, man. This execution from Elephant. Like, they go in, they get a Hex on Phantom Lancer, they follow it up by EP ulti, and they manage to bring him down. They also stole the gem. Like, they're feeling themselves right now. Man, this game is so chaotic. Like, from 12k gold lead down to 0, now back to 6k gold lead for Elephant.
Ooh.
Phantom Lancer buying back. He's the
That's a
first
win
one.
condition.
He's the first one who bought back.
That's planting your flag. May it be a wise plant of the flag or a dumb one. We're yet to see.
He should not bought back. Like, Darkseer has buyback. He should be the one buying back before. We're gonna see that fight again. Then is extremely high once he pops that ulti.
Look at these meteors. Not really doing anything.
They're just going different directions. Like, not even one connect.
Then Flyby trying to run, and Felix gets that 2-man stun. It's okay.
Back to 10k for Elephant. I don't recall seeing such a back and forth game. Like, suddenly one fight and yeah, the graphs look very weird, I would say.
Like, we brought it back. Oh wait, it was close though. They still have a chance. No, I don't think. To this game, but that buyback is
Sure, why would he buy back like that? Now he changed his mind, going for a bit more tankiness. Think that hard, needs to farm almost 1,500 gold to get it. Oh man, those meteors, the side, absolutely nothing.
Really hit nothing. They don't even take out trees. If you didn't buy back, you probably would have had that hard by now.
These are definitely not the meteors that wiped out the Dota.
No. They were definitely 4 meteors.
Okay.
MKB picked up for the Sven. Got that satanic. They won the fight. He was able to build another peak item pretty quickly.
Leveler also on him, so a lot of attack speed. It also gives a bit of armor. 5 armor added in the 729. That item needed a buff.
See? 5-eye Felix. 5 the field doesn't hit. They're fast. Stampede trying to find 4-eye. That was quick. That was super very soundness. Who does have buyback?
Because he didn't use it in the previous fight. Instead, Fed used it.
Oh. Where do you try and fight from? Because now it feels like you have to hold your high.
I'm just thinking, because a lot of the things in this game were changed so quickly. Like, it's all about the execution. If they get a good jump with the Nyx Assassin, there's still a gem on a Centaur, but they can play around it. How many sentries do they have? 1 sentry, 1 dust on Shadow Shaman. Might not be enough. You know, Centaur, he is holding that gem because he is afraid of a Vendetta hit with the Carapace. They set him stunned forever, pretty much.
Try and slow this down a little bit. And Disruption now building into the Ags, but he's 1,800 gold. A lot of gold to be needing for a 5 position, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's why I said I wanted to see that Ags a bit earlier. Solar Crest is super good item, don't get me wrong. They have ton of right-click damage coming out from Sven, coming out from Razor, but still, this Aghanim Scepter, you execute it well, and you just win the game off of that. If you had Philosopher's Stone, you would have had Aghanim Scepter a long time ago on top of the Solar Crest, but unfortunately they did not find it. Not blessed by Gaben in this case.
Yeah, don't get that Philosopher's Stone. You don't get to be known as the Full Metal Alchemist. So many things missed off not getting that. Fortunately. Roche. It's going to be a quick one. Does not look.
It's almost full duration, almost full 3 minutes.
Duration.
Yeah.
Roche. Because the second one was full duration as well. Refresh for Centaur. Refresher.
It's great. It's super good with Aghanim Scepter. The damage reduction is just insanely high. It's 40% of damage reduced, and if you can do it 2 times off of that.
Disruptor, just 1200. So there, he's getting the gold. He's trying. Can they hold out that long, though?
He can sell Ring of Massey. He can sell the branch. I'm just trying to where he's gonna get the gold from. So they are giving, some. It's a bit of a creeps here and there, but nothing too serious. It's very hard for him to find the farm on the map right now. All the lanes are pushed up.
One of the other MOBAs has a hero that can, specifically one hero that can go to...
Yeah. I'm not familiar.
You can buy items and go into debt. You don't have the gold for, say Disruptor wanted to go into debt. Want Ags? Right. I owe you 1,200 gold.
Stick with play-by-play, B-Cup. These ideas where keep arrows to the DKB back.
It's going to be 4 heroes Lands with another wall down. Panther gonna look over to the other side, buys back immediately. The around the 100 field. They're gonna put gang in between both walls. Panther goes down, spins around. God King. There's the static storm as we begin. Yang's gone. FY died. This 3 heroes down on the side of Elephant as Red Panda was the one back. So it's really 4 gone on Elephant. RNG have a clean fight, and remember that lead? It's gone.
Doesn't matter. Apparently, Gold Lead does not to have this sick combo. Refresher from the Darkseer, double wall, double vacuum, like having multiple Iron Shell charges, and it doesn't execute. They grouped down perfectly. We're going to see that one. Again, I believe Roshan will respawn in 20 seconds, so they can just go in. Now Eurus has no buyback. Well, Phantom Lancer buyback will be online back in 40 seconds. And what a back and forth game.
Yeah. 48 minutes in. It's not close enough.
There's just so much damage coming from nothing, pretty much, on RNG. Like, these Iron Shells, like, overtime damage from the illusions, the wall illusions, Spirit Lands being pace, keeping them in place. So Disruptor, after this fight, he actually managed to farm the Aghanim Scepter, so that's big. Like, if they don't have the BKBs off, if they get pulled by Vacuum into Static Storm, like, they just straight up lose the game.
Sharp. Nice for you all. I would say give Shard a suit. He's got the accents.
Yeah, I think he should be the one doing it, actually. Like, yeah, either him or Darkseer. Darkseer already has. Like, we might see 3 walls, 3 vacuums.
Woo! Could almost push them in. He had 4 walls.
He could use 3 normal punches. Jab, jab, jab.
Knock them out. Like they're Jorge Masvidal. 4K lead here for RNG. Going AC next on that Darkseer.
If he's 25 with Darkseer, he can be the one buying the book in 45 seconds. The parallel wall, so he can have 6 walls. Like, the late game Dota is just so fun. Like, the game breaks. Like, what is this? People who are watching it, who didn't read the patch notes or whatever, they're like, how's this a thing? Where's this coming from?
So let's see if they go in on this. Skulking around, looking. Carapace, Impale, Hosak comes out, got King caught for a second. Plasma's good. Are they going to jump in on this? Doesn't look like they're quite ready to go in. Oh man. Yeah. This is gone. It's going to be hot here. He'll get the refresher off. Let's see what he can do with it. As Static Storm is placed down on another one. Oh, they've got the back in the road. Can they get the kill on the centaur? No, the Felix hurt. The Aegis is gone. Eurus is doing so much damage. Somehow he's surviving this. There's 3 walls around him. They've got the Static Storm. 3-clicked God King. He 3-clicked him. Eurus just got a triple kill. He 3-clicked God King. It looked like they were coming back.
Yeah, he got the damage, He got the Daedalus. I believe these were 2 crits and the 1 normal attack from Sven. Like, what is going on in this game? Like, they executed it pretty much perfectly with the vacuum. He uses Satanic, goes back to full HP. He can also dispel things on himself with Satanic, and he can dispel enemies with the Stormhammer. Like, whenever there's EP around anyone, just removing all of his base armor, base magic resistance. Okay, so how are we looking at? Disruptor, he has buyback.
God King as well.
Phantom Lancer also got buyback.
Wow.
I'm gonna go sit down, B-Cup. I need to, just chill a bit.
Just try to relax. because we're about to hit that. Well, we're about to hit that. We're 8 minutes away. I'll calm down a little bit. 8 minutes away from tier 5 items. Because what's a little chaos with some more chaos?
Is there anything that we are missing? Sven sold his boots, has a Swift blink, so he's gonna, hit pretty hard. Like, he's gonna have max movement speed, 50 attack speed coming out from once he blinks in. He's level 28, so some extra talents unlocked. 15 lifesteal, cleave damage as well against the Phantom Lancer. Do we have anything big? Invoker, Radiant Deafening Blast, that's gonna be a good one. Darkseer getting very close to his 25, and in the previous fight, like, you could see him use like Refresher plus Eon Disc. It's not the greatest combo, Sometimes it could save you, but one tick of damage once your Eon Disc is already proc, you use Refresher, it's gonna proc again.
Right. He did get the 3 walls down. He actually spelled out 6 in Roman numerals. Talking about the 6 walls, he just gave us the number 6. BKB finished for the Darkseer. Shadow Shaman. I think everybody's got this BKB here for Elephant, it feels like.
If they can catch Sven off guard, he has no buyback for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Razor Gun, he bought back immediately, so 5 minutes without a buyback. Let's see.
Like Carapace. And it comes Sandstorm. It's on to Yang. Spirit Whistle there. Cataclysm coming down. Get the kill on Yang, and he does have buyback. Find someone with a back. Really?
Like, also have with Disruptor level 15 is pretty good. With items, pretty good, top tier to second static stone. Can't believe he can go for kinetic filtration instead, considering the combo that they got.
Yeah.
Instead, he went for Thunderstrike hits.
Tornado comes in. They're trying to hold it back as best they can. They've got Felix with that Ags, so he's just a mount out there. Rode in. Man, these impales if he can. The tier 3 yet. It's a slow siege of the high ground. So who's trying to? They haven't succeeded in getting Yang's buyback either. Sending the illusions out, sending the Forge Spirits out. Not one of their bodies in danger right now to try and get this tier 3, and it looks like they'll break it. Very good.
They just keep using these Thunder Strikes aggressively. Illusions on Forge Spirits while Felix is
5 minutes till now they're gonna glitch. They've got Yang back in 8. They didn't have to use his buyback. Tags and cheese on Nick's
slow siege by those illusions. And Forge Spirits. And yeah, it's working. They managed to take down the 3-tick tower. They dealt some damage on melee barracks, but that's healable damage. So probably gonna go back to full HP. In terms of net worth lead, less than 1k, pretty balanced so far.
Damage.
Up and down. Feel like the stock exchange. They got pressure on Yang. Dagger ready to go, looking for positioning with the Shadow Shaman and the Aether Lens. He's got an Aeon Disc, ready to try and survive.
So 4.5 seconds stampede, 40% damage reduction, 2 times that, that's 9 seconds. Receiving 40% less damage in a fight is pretty big.
Open up another slot with an Ag's Blessing. Alright, Elder Titan's got 100% cleave. He can just start hitting hard.
Yeah, he deals well with the PL and the illusions. Like, I've seen it so many times, ET just going in, popping off. You're like, what the hell is happening?
The only one standing. How did this happen?
Felix also has his level 25 talent. Vendetta, unobstructed padding, so he can go in and out. Nobody can stop this bug.
Swat him. Tough exoskeleton. Now going Moon Shard. Sven one off having 30. Having all the talent. Yags now. Swapping back and forth. We come back once again. Burrowed. Ping down immediately. Counterfist coming through from Felix. Just looking to make an opening. They've got a hook stop with the double walls coming through the door for Felix. Got it from the end. It's going to be forced that back with the get it off. Down with the snap score. They get the corner of Felix. The radio's up in the class and another 2 walls coming in. It's really going to slow down the game, but it's going to be the FPS drop's going to be enough. They get the cutting angle. Also, that fight down with Sonic T3 starting buyback. It's all up to Heroes once again, but he doesn't have the BKBs. No man. No man doesn't do anything. He's doing the
and he has no buyback.
And no buyback available for Heroes down on the side of Element. RNG might have broken through, and they have. GG is called. RNG bring it back, and they take game 1.
Man, what a game. Like, they did not have Skull kill on the board for almost 15 minutes. Then they take one good fight. Sven, he did not have ulti there. They lose 4 heroes, and suddenly, Elephant, they just stop playing Dota. They're respecting RNG. Yeah. They managed to pull off so many good combos. Like, in the end, the parallel walls and everything, like refreshers, Eon Death pop. It was just not enough. Like, you...
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. RNG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. RNG's turn to pick.
Because they're superstars, but damn man, you were supposed to at least make it to the major and you
Radiant
didn't. Like,
team
you
pick.
can't let any of the series slip through your hands.
Like this one game, you know, like it could just get cheesed now or whatever.
Yeah.
They're down a series again. Maybe they don't make it to the major because of it.
And they're down a series versus a team that will struggle versus all the major teams. So all of those teams should win versus
10
RNG, or at
seconds
least
remaining.
we expect them. We don't know. Future.
5
They're
seconds
considered
remaining.
the favorites.
I mean, RTK definitely took out his whip and stern words with his teammates here in the break. Like, as I said, this is no way. Like, a tier 1 team is supposed to lose in this kind of thing.
Then again, to go a little bit easier on them.
No, we don't go easy on Elf.
Can we go a little bit?
But not
I'll go
10%. I give you 10%.
They did get baited into picking a hero that's not necessarily at all in meta. Went to counter a hero that's very much in the meta, the Phantom Lens. And we have seen teams fail
Radiant team
trying
pick.
to do this all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, still, it's just... Imagine you put Secret into this position. Are they ever going to lose? No. Because they're very systematic, right? They take this, they take this, they keep taking things away from you and they never give anything back. Whereas
10
Elephant, they were
seconds
like, okay, take my entire arm.
Yeah, because
5
I have
seconds
4
remaining.
more, and then
Yeah.
you lose.
And then you have 3 suddenly on, and then only 2, and then 1, and suddenly you're behind and you lose.
Yeah, is the new Mortal Kombat in which that guy has like 6 hands?
Or the-
Goro? Is it Goro?
Something like that. Like, I'm not a super Mortal Kombat knowledgeable guy.
What?
I'm more of a Street Fighter guy.
Okay, but I'm the man of many cultures.
course.
I like to go with the Street Fighter and the Mortal Kombat and a little bit of Tekken.
RNG's turn to pick. RNG's turn to ban.
What do you think
Radiant team ban.
We can do the. You remember?
I can talk to into the lizard microphone. Come on.
Let's keep safe distance
Hear each other
from
twice.
you at least. With Tsunami, I can work it out.
I am
10
safe.
seconds remaining.
Nyx and that Prophet on the side.
F Prophet.
5 seconds
Hero that got
remaining.
nerfed significantly. Still a decent hero, just not broken anymore. And
Is it a viable position 5 still? What?
Nah, I think the stats got nerfed too much. It's still a very strong middle and offlaner though.
RNG's
and Abaddon is
turn
not a
to
hero you can
ban.
touch at DP.
Team
It's
ban.
interesting that they go with an Abaddon. Nyx and that Prophet. I guess you can take care of the silences, which is nice, but maybe they have some
RNG's
greater idea
turn
about
to
it. But
ban.
I think it's obviously a hero that in season 1 has been
Radiant team ban.
so many times by the likes of Lanham, who just is incredible on the hero. Some other position 5s that have tried it did not look as
Didn't work as
comfortable.
well, yeah. But Red Panda, I think he's kind of a specialist in these heroes. Like he likes his Korean. He even played some plus 5
10 seconds remaining.
He's
Didn't he
always
play
in a pretty
Brew
good
as well,
position.
right? Like in first season, they gave him one.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team
Mars,
pick.
there's still Phoenix in the pool, which causes this cookie cutter standard combo.
Man, Elephant is just banning out so. PL the Darks here just
They're
gets.
like, wow. We don't want to lose to that stuff again.
Hello. Can you
Oh,
guys
you're
hear
back?
me again?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hey, what you doing?
I'm good.
10
yeah.
seconds remaining.
Enjoying our analysis.
It's been high level analysis.
5 seconds
Exactly what I'm hoping
remaining.
for.
So what do you think the next pick? Kind of get your...
My bearings. Let's see. Elephant. a bad Mars.
Maybe a position 4 right now.
Shadow Demon.
Almost.
Shadow Demon. Okay.
Oh. Dark
take
Realm,
it.
Shadow
Why
Realm.
did they pick Shadow Demon?
I don't know. Maybe
That's one good
preempting a
answer.
Faceless Void?
Oh, what?
What?
Wow.
Dead hero?
Okay. This dead hero in the form of an enigmatic creature does have a very high win rate in pubs.
Really?
I have no idea why. Yeah.
I
But
mean, Enigma, like, if you
10
get to level
seconds
7,
remaining.
it's just early game, you're much, much worse.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Dead hero.
And he didn't get like anything in return for. I guess he wasn't that big of a Necrobook builder these days.
RNG's turn to
It's from here, like, mid-game you're the same. It's just your early laning phase that suffered a little bit.
look, he wasn't a Necrobook builder, but he was a builder of Eidolons, and those were taken away from him. Like,
Yeah.
your Eidolons are just so damn weak early on because of the cooldown. I mean,
Going back to the Shadow Demon though, Shadow Demon is a hard counter to Death Prophet because Purge her, she can't use herself, save her with the siphons, get back to full health. Very good answer against the DP.
you can still
10
put her on some
seconds
support,
remaining.
even after the nerfs, I guess. If
Maybe
that
it's
counter.
very risky to do.
5 seconds
Then
remaining.
they have a Storm pickup, very good. They have
RNG's
I'm a little
turn
bit
to
afraid, I guess,
ban.
of the deep sound.
I just don't like the. I don't like the team fight composition of Elephant at all because they don't have any. You have Mars with the arena,
But then you have Static Remnant.
and then that's it. A ton of damage. But
10
the
That's a lot of
seconds
damage.
remaining.
there's a lot of pretty neat combos, like Abaddon saves the Storm in fights, so you
5
don't have to worry
seconds
about
remaining.
silence. Shadow Demon is incredible with Mars on the lane as well. Later on in the game, they just need to round up this draft. I feel like something very greedy on that safe lane carry.
Medusa.
Exactly,
Medusa is good.
that's what I was thinking.
They definitely will ban Medusa here.
Because
It's also one of the only heroes that actually is good against the Nick.
Yeah.
and fits their lineup. These kind of drafts that Elephant has drafted themselves into need this just extra bit of something from the carry. You can't go standard carry and everything will be fine.
Medusa myself. It's just Medusa into Nyx is
Not great.
Yeah, but you get
Can be rough.
you get raw mana now. So what
You still get
nerfed
very
her-
high end game.
She does have a high end game, but they nerfed that ever so slightly in the B patch to exchange for the fact that she's getting raw mana.
I'm just gonna tell you though, if Medusa ever reaches level 30, do you still get forced to take all talents? No, right? You don't have to.
Radiant team
Why?
ban.
What's wrong with
you
her?
don't- you
Because you
don't
get
have
an 80 intel.
Actually, I don't think I've ever
yeah.
been. I don't
That's
think
true.
I've been to 30 since the patch.
I don't think you're forced to skill anymore, actually.
Tsunami has. He's been
Been 30.
30.
30 for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I actually don't think you
10
get forced
seconds
anymore. So
remaining.
it's
Yeah,
a
you
little
don't
bit
have to.
better.
That's why, like, a lot of people, I think some people are like,
5
why are you just not
seconds
letting skills auto select? Like, once I hit 27, just give me the first talent. But it's because sometimes you don't want it.
Yeah, like Chrono AoE, for example. Sometimes you actually just don't want
Yeah.
it. Like, it ruins your team.
But you're only talking about level 30. Does it force you into taking
I don't think it does.
I don't think it
it
does
doesn't.
because
Turn
the
to
previous
pick.
levels also
Radiant
don't.
team
Right. Like
pick.
previous levels you can choose.
And
They're
then
not terrible.
Sand King middle, let's go. That's probably off.
Most likely, but yeah.
Sand King Enigma lane?
Yeah, it's a mid prophet or death prophet, 4 Enigma, or 5
And maybe
Enigma's
5
dead.
Enigma. But, like, yeah, what do
10
you do as a
seconds
5 Enigma?
remaining.
Take one range creep every
And
minute?
look at that! Look at that conversation.
5
They're
seconds remaining.
really
They're like,
crunching
why
the
did you pick
numbers.
Enigma,
and
dude? I
everything.
didn't mean
Man, what
to
are you
press
doing,
Enigma.
man? What the fly by? Do you play Enigma or do you want Sand King? I want Sand. I don't want to play Enigma.
It's very flexible. Like you really don't know what RNG will be doing with their drafts.
It could be off Enigma and 4 Sand King as well.
Could be mid Sand King, go lane DP with Nyx Assassin.
Could be off
Enigma
Juggernaut,
safe lane.
1 Enigma.
No,
This
okay, but we don't consider Enigma to be a good position 5 anymore because of the cooldown of the
Correct.
ice.
But we haven't seen it yet. Maybe it's
He needs levels. I think.
Now select your heroes.
roll
Not
against.
bad.
I don't like this.
There's so many stuns and silences that he needs to be worried
And
about.
the thing is, Abyssal is not a thing anymore. You have no counter to Black Hole now.
Yeah.
Who's
Also
playing
true.
Enigma? It's a 4 Enigma.
It's a 4 Enigma.
So he's gonna have somewhat of a farm priority. Once he gets his Blink BKB, it lights out for Elephant.
What do you think about the laning stage itself?
Who's playing a deep?
you know, it's a big nerf in the laning stage, but Enigma is still a viable hero. Like, you
Prepare
can't
for
just
battle.
be able to deny a lot of creeps in the laning stage, but once you get BKB Blink, they have nothing to stop it with, so it could be a bit problematic for Elephant.
Thank you very much. Going into game number 2, Elephant, first one, it looked like it was one that they should have had. They let it go, and now they're fighting for the series, and RNG, it looked like they could be in a decent position to even 2-0 Elephant, which would be a big series for them to take. And one that might really push them into potential major talk.
Sure, like, they need to win this one. They have first game in the bag, and
30
I still
seconds to
feel they
battle.
have a much better draft. They have a superior team fight. You have Sanking, DP, Nixus. Like, a lot of these abilities are long cooldown. Like Storm Spirit, he's not relying on cooldown to fight. Neither is Shadow Demon, pretty much. Troll can just deal damage with right clicks, but doesn't rely on cooldown. So we'll have to see how they're gonna cycle those abilities. Sometimes, you know, you might not need to have all the abilities up to be able to fight. God King, let's see the spear. He's gonna start with Rebuke.
God's Rebuke still taking a lot of damage. I know FY was trying to step in front of God King. Not have anything for another 16 seconds, but the right clicks, oh, it might be enough. And yeah, FY gets
He's just gonna
first
run
blood.
it down. Boots of speed, got half a level already. Disruption got a huge buff. You know, illusion duration went from 8 seconds level 1 to 11 seconds. Those 3 extra seconds are pretty big.
Yeah, a big buff on the front end of that spell. Obviously the same at the back end, 14-14. But now I'm worried for RNG. Are we going to see more of the same in the beginning of the game?
No kills at all for 15 minutes, and then they make a huge comeback.
Yeah. Let's just come back. Take one good fight, make Elephants scared to fight us. Almost bring it 60 minutes. I'm also very interested to see this Death Prophet, because we have not really seen Death Prophet much at all. Seems like a hero that's just been kind of pushed to the side, not a good mid anymore compared to other options.
She was a bit OP as a position 5, I would say. I don't think it's viable to be played as 5 anymore. In certain situations, yeah, you can play whatever the hell you want, but are you going to win the game? Maybe yes, maybe no. Still, as a mid laner, she feels really strong, and I like that Prophet as a counter to Abaddon, where he can't pop the ult because he's silenced. You can just completely ignore it. I've seen a lot of games throughout the major where it was the exact same matchup. Like Abba, he needs to be close to the teamfight to use his abilities to land the good saves, but against that Prophet, it's problematic. It's a huge AoE silence. Once it's maxed out, it's a 6-second duration. A bit too much. I'm watching the bottom lane. Sanking starting with the Burrow Strike. I can understand that. He's playing into range hero, so it's going to be tough. They push the lane. They don't allow Sanking to use the cosmic finale. This is what he wants to do in most of the matchups. And he is the playmaker in this game, so they need to set him up for a good game. Like, this time around, you can't afford to get, like, any shenanigans out of him. You can't go greedy. Like, he needs to be a Blink Dagger early on to be able to fight with the team.
Right.
Because Nyx Assassin 5 can't really make any aggressive moves. You need levels on the hero to be able to get that level 6. It's a slow type of a lineup coming out from RNG in this one. They're relying on a lot of team fights. Mid lane, Somnus.
In trouble. Somnus trying to go for this Spirit Siphon enough to keep him alive. It's a level 2 Siphon. Ripsworm hits onto Somnus, but he's still throwing some damage back at him. He's got an empty bottle now. D-Stone's trying to keep up. Won't be able to do so.
Didn't want to fully commit. Could have probably chased him down. He has 35 extra movement speed on top of Storm, but Fairy Fire, and there is a Bounty Rune that he will be able to pick up.
And FY already has Arcane Boots again.
He got first blood.
And they got another kill up top on Super. And it's just a lot of gold for the Shadow Demon. I'm interested to see what FY really wants to build
It's just each lens.
Going further. What a shadow with FY's amount of farm can get done.
Fly by bottom lane.
Yeah, he's gonna die here. He was standing right on top of a sentry. Place that down. Nowhere for him to go. They've got the damage. Red Panda gets the kill on a flyby. And still we're seeing RNG have their struggles in the early parts of this game.
It's a tough one because Enigma is jungling. Yesterday, Team Secret talked about how they like to play, you know, some heroes jungle. They're trying to figure out what's happening. Yap talked about the jungle Venomancer, how strong he is. He got surprised by it, and we see some of the jungle heroes coming back because this is Enigma just straight up jungling.
God, flyby again. He's been dusted. We're going to try and get the kill here. Burrow strike away, but the missed coil's there for Red
Level 2
Panda.
coil actually gets it.
Being from FY, that'll refill Somnus' bottom. And they might want to go on T-Stones. This is just straight aggression. Exactly how the game was played the first time.
It's going to be very hard for them to make moves. They need to play with the catapults. Like, I don't expect RNG to make any aggressive moves until they get level 6 on a Death Prophet, level 6 on Enigma. He's going into mech, what it seems to be on Enigma, like just mech, blink, BKB seems to be the choice. Maybe BKB before the blink, we'll see how the game actually develops, but wants to be able to tank up the Eidolons, tank up his team.
So. The highly aggressive move. But he set himself up for dust. He set himself up towards. Yang getting chased, but Fury on top of him. He's getting his mana drained out by Super.
Storm farming a huge stack. FY was very active. Stacking is one of the best heroes to stack with. You can use the illusions, you can use attacks, shadow poison, and this will get Storm Spirit to level 6.5. We'll pick up a bounty and just go back. Potentially, if rune spawn stop, let's see what it is. No, it's bottom Arcane Rune. These stones will borrow that one up. So he needs to run back, and potentially he can gank the side lane. Like, in terms of side lanes, bottom is already in a really bad state, because Sanking died 2 times. One time after he respawned, TP'd back, so he had to walk back to the lane.
Dire's top tower.
So it's a rough one for him, and he can't go back to jungle, because this is where Enigma is. Too many people in the jungle, not a good recipe.
Yang. He's running in a circle. Stun comes out. They get the kill to Yang. Not sure why he turned around and went like that. Maybe trying to bait it in and get a rotation quicker. Go after Super. They've got the Vortex. The turnaround. Do they have the damage? Like Carapace not going to be enough. Getting the mana out of Somnus' hands is not going to keep you alive, however. Can be done. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, the catapult, these stones playing with that Arcane Rune. So that's going to be a lot of damage. They need to make a rotation, otherwise this TP is going to die. It's being pinged out. Also Enigma, also coming to the mid lane. Does have mana boots. Mars is level 6, but this tower is just going to drop. This is actually huge for RNG. Big tower to get, and really opening up the map. You need a little bit more space here with the heroes that they've picked. They've got an Enigma that's really trying to take up the jungle. They've got the root flyby. He's got 2 seconds until he's got another burrow strike. Goes to the other side. Can he hide under the trees? He's still playing ring around the Rosie, and ooh, he's got him. A bit of RNG there against the RNG. Felix, he dies to Yang, who drops down that arena. So a couple of kills being got here for Elephant. I guess the difference is RNG have 1 this time. They've got 1 kill instead of 0. Big W for them. The big dubs. Compared to the previous game, yeah. And they're going for greedy build. Like, Juggernaut is in jungle as well. Trying to farm the Battle Fury, Nyx Assassin, soaking up some experience on the top. Also Enigma. Like, they can't have 3 people being in the jungle. Right. Really difficult for them to split all this farm. I'm worried to see if they can reliably split all this. Usually when you see it get split so thin, these teams tend to crumble pretty quickly because they just can't find the farm to keep up. Throw strike onto the Abaddon. Yours continuing to chase. Flyby. Silenced. He's dead.
Flyby not having a really good time this game.
Ball
No
lightning,
help
spike
whatsoever.
Chris. Stun onto this storm, but they just don't have anybody to follow this up. Super's going to get chased all the way under the tower, and they have yet another kill, making 9-1 Elephant.
Pretty much the same story as game number 1. Still, team fight from RNG is super strong. That Prophet managed to take down the tower. On a mid lane, she's level 9. They need to play around DP. DP needs to be active because Sanking is not having a good time. He died 4 times already, is level 6, needs to find the farm somewhere.
Some bit of farm. I can't believe Sand King. Second to last on the note. Get the medallion on the Abaddon. We'll be looking for the Solar Crest. We'll see if D-Stones work here with Flyby. Use that exorcism to get another tier 1 tower. Super on the run. Ball lightning. One more shot with that medallion placed on him. So Super will die again. But it doesn't look as though they're going to give up this tier 1 bottom. Unless they make another rotation in. Not sure what they expect to accomplish, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're bringing the bars in. It's late, but it's in time. And now they've got the spear. They have just the arena down to catch this Enigma. Felix dies quickly. Getting just skirting out. He's got the Aphotic Shield. Yours moving forward. They're stunned. Okay, for Elephant, but they've got the Coral Strike to bring down Eurus, so Eurus feeding. So stayed alive and would have looked good. Now you lose Eurus, you lose Gang, and RNG come out on top.
They also lose the tower. Like, one good thing in that fight is because the TP radius got changed, and you can like TP into the trees. Like, you can do so many good things with that new TP. Like, Mars was TPing top, like we're gonna see that again, and they don't scout it out, so he comes from the northern side, but it's still damage from the DP ulti. The Sandstorm is a bit too much. They have good saving abilities, they have a coil, they have a disruption from Shadow Demon, but the damage after they use Arena is just not enough, and Troll doesn't deal that much damage. The good thing for them is Juggernaut, he's keeping up with the Troll. They also managed to bring down the 2 towers. Their tier 1 tower on the top is still pretty healthy, so all good. Elephant, they don't have enough tower damage to just keep the pressure. Like, they have had a lot of advantage. They had almost 3k gold advantage coming out from the laning stage, but losing 2 towers kind of set them back, and the inability to push the towers is going to be a pretty big deal.
In that last fight, Eurus, he used his ult pretty early on in that exchange, and he's just trying to run without the battle trance and without any survivability. He gets really caught out, and that's a really good fight for RNG. Our scoreline is almost equal with what we saw in game 1. Goes to 12-4, then 12-6. We might be watching a replay.
D-Stones with the silence. He's trying to pick up the rune.
Omni.
I don't think they're getting a kill from this one unless they get a stun from Nyx.
Okay.
So that Prophet has 2,000 gold on top of Hood, brown boots, BKB queued up. I don't like that. You need mana regen. Having a... Okay, so he changes his mind. I like that a lot more. You know, getting boots of travel so you can be more active on the map. I also wouldn't mind seeing the Yule Scepter, just have a bit more mana sustain. Hood BKB just sounds awful.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like the early BKB. I agree with you there. I just would like to see something be built with this advantage that can really give you more.
They survived through the laning stage. That's what matters for RNG. Yep. Sand King, you know, managing to recover a bit, was involved in 2 kills, no last hits whatsoever, has a bottle and a blink queued up. He's going to skip that bottle. No need to go for a bottle at the moment, considering you're so close to blink. Has that trusty shovel, just needs to use it.
If they can get the blink daggers on the Enigma as well as the Sand King at the same time, that could certainly line up to be a very disastrous fight for Elf.
Need is that like one good fight. Same thing has happened in game number 1, where they took one good fight and Elephant started respecting them more, started to not put so much pressure on them.
Right.
Both carriers will have Battle Fury pretty much at the same time. Troll will get it maybe 20-30 seconds earlier.
God King in
Dire's
the jungle,
middle
but not
tower is under
finding
attack.
any camps to farm. He spent all that time searching and he found nothing. No camps. It's unfortunate. Slow down that Battle Fury just a little bit. We'll get picked up for Storm. We'll see how and if he can snowball out of control with that item pickup.
Different item builds of the Storm Spirit. We've seen some Storms getting Kaya, sometimes even Kaya Sanj into BKB. Status resistance is good against the silences, against the stun, but Orchid is a better pickoff item where you can just solo kill people going into BKB. Like, it's a standard build from the previous patch. People try to experiment. I still feel Orchid in most situations is just a bit better than getting that like Kaya Sanj type of a build.
Right. So they have the Blink Dagger now available for the Sand King.
Red Panda, Shadow things
Fury.
out, Invis.
Lightning in, they've got the Orchid. They're going to try and get this kill. Is there any help for him? It doesn't look like it. Godkick gets the Battle Fury, but he ends up dying soon after. We're still trying to follow this up. Super, Spike Carapace, Impale, Pearl Strike, all coming through. They've got the stuns on at 3. And the Exorcism doing some damage here. FY, he's taken out by the Crypt Swarm from D-Stones. They've got themselves one
They
to
need
look
to get
over
more.
again. He's trying to TP out, and they Burrow Strike not in time.
Enigma
It's
was
close.
thinking about using the Black Hole. They will get 2 supports, but they needed a bigger kill. Pretty much the same spot where Game 1 made a turnaround.
They have Vision of
Good
Yours.
play from Enigma. You know, he TPs first to the tier 2 tower, shift Q's mech, uses it instantly, tries to save. Like, if that mech goes off, Juggernaut actually lives.
Could have been massive. I think getting those 2 support kills, though, kind of stabilizes it a little bit. They do end up now looking to back off the Enigma and get into the Blink Dagger, find that double Blink initiation that RNG have with the Burrow Strike as well as the Black Hole.
Stupendous.
We'll see, though, because that's a lot of time now for Elephant. They've got Troll, who's starting to pull away in terms of net worth. He hasn't really been touched. Like, Eurus,
are fortified.
he's had a free game up to this point.
Yeah, he's been involved in lots of kills. In the laning
Dire's
stage,
middle tower is
they
under attack.
played against the solo Sand King, so that's not really a surprise.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Roshan is being pinged out. They have Medallion ready, almost full Solar Crest on position 5. Abba, 16 minutes in, just needs the 100 gold. Shadow Demon will tank it up with Illusions. But this is taking a lot of time because Roshan just went out. Now he clapped them. Blink on Enigma. Sand King also has a Blink Dagger. Like, this would be pretty big, but they're not having a good read what's happening.
Yeah, they're all away
Radiant's
from the
top
pit.
tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, everybody away from the pit. This is a very open roach.
Radiant's
Elephant. BKB next for the Storm, so
Radiant's
Orchid,
bottom tower
he
is
got a
under
kill
attack.
there on the Jug. He's starting to really snowball. Keeping up with the Death Prophet. Want to fight into Aegis now. Black Hole Burrow Strike.
Philosopher's Stone, also farmed by Mars. So Shadow Demon will take that one. Shadow Demon is a position 4 that really scales well with the levels, with the items. He has a Blink Dagger queued up, so he can set things up nicely. He can save people during the Omni Slash inside the Black Hole.
Idolon's getting spotted here by Red Panda.
I just don't like the build on these stones. Like, so much defensive
Dire's
items.
top
After picking up the
tower is
hood,
under attack.
like, he still didn't die
Radiant's
once.
bottom
Most of the
tower is under attack.
damage they have is magical, but with the Yule Scepter, you can cancel the TPs, you can set things up, you can dispel Orchid, and also investing into earlier BKB doesn't seem like that great of a choice here.
Right.
And he needs, like, you can see that he is struggling with the mana, uses pretty much
Dire's
2-3
top
Crypt
tower
Swarms,
is
and
under
is
attack.
at halfway.
It could have been the Yules that, had he had it, maybe even stopped like that Mars team. They've gone for the hood, so that was slowed down. I would like him to get it. I know they have lockdown with the Burrow Strike and the Impale, Malefice, but you know, having that Yules would be quite nice again.
For sure. We still haven't seen Black Hole nor Epicenter. They're smoke trying to find an opening.
anybody at the moment. Jug's keeping up with the storm, but he's not keeping up with the troll. His farm's just not getting as out of control as I thought it would.
It's not so much about him not, being able to farm. They had pretty much the same timing on the Battle Fury. Just that everyone is jungling. This is like kind of a pub game where RNG is not making any aggressive moves. They try to find an opening with the smoke. They manage to bring down the 2 towers, but they are afraid to show on lane. So most of the time you will have Sanking in the jungle, like even Dead Prophet is jungling. So that means someone's farm is going to need to be sacrificed.
Right. So there's the BKB for the Death Prophet. BKB being built for the Enigma has the Ogre Axe getting delivered. Still needs quite a bit of gold to finish off this BKB. See if when he gets that BKB, if that's the game changer, because we're still waiting on the black hole. They don't want to throw it soon after Roche. So RNG, they feel a little bit scared, and Elephant, they're going to smoke and try and take advantage. I think this is the wise choice from them. Tree's still working with this Aegis.
Radiant are scanning.
Tier 1 to get some
Radiant's
damage.
top
Super in the
tower is under
trees.
attack.
Got Vendetta up in
Dire's
4.
structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Again, nobody rotating from Art. Yeah, they're just farming.
They love hitting creeps.
Dire's
Maybe they're
bottom
just waiting
tower
until
is
Oh.
this Aegis runs out. A bit
be
too
like for the
scary
timing.
to fight into it. At least Enigma also found the Philosopher's Stone, so it's going to be much easier for him to farm a BKB.
Dire's bottom
Once again,
tower is under
they don't
attack.
have a single ability that can stop the black hole with. And getting Abyssal Blade, like Abyssal got nerfed, so you need to be very close. It's very hard to execute. Like at least you're a range hero, so you could potentially try to right click. You have a lot of attack speed from the troll, so could potentially bash Enigma.
Almost with his own BKB.
Not much happening.
No, it's gotten pretty quiet. There's a big team fight here for RNG that's available. Elephant, they had a little bit of an advantage, but they don't want to use it again. They get a little bit gun shy in terms of going for these kills.
They have 2 big items. Dead Prophet has that BKB, has a good super tanky. They're waiting for Juggernaut to finish the Manta style. There it is, so he can dispel things. There's also Catcher, most importantly, silence from the Orchid, silence from possibly Abaddon as well. You can dispel the Solar Crest. You can't dispel Shadow Poison anymore, so that's a pretty big change for Shadow Demons.
Going defensive again. Stones, going Lincolns.
This is too defensive. Like, this is extremely defensive item build. I don't like it. Like, you could potentially turn that into Hex. I wouldn't mind that. Just Lincoln Sphere against...
Dire's
not
top
sure
tower
against
is under
what.
attack.
Zip from
Radiant
Storm,
structures
Orchid,
are fortified.
Fuel setup from Mars.
Radiant's bottom tower
Just doesn't
is
sound
under
too
attack.
great.
Yoix, Midnight Pulse down, blinks over to the side. FY, he's found him. Will stop the TP. Really well done there by FY. Felix is going to get caught falling all the way in. He'll pop the mech, but it's not going to keep him alive. And, well, Felix, he tries to get cheeky with it. Throw down a Midnight Pulse and blink back, but FY was ready, and he's got a
Healing
blink of his own.
Ward. Okay, that's just... I think Healing Ward actually expired. I don't think Mars killed it there, but good pick off on Enigma, slowing him down a bit. They're saving those good black holes, good epicenters for the later portion of the game.
For TI.
Saving strats, saving abilities.
It's always good to save some strats. Sometimes strats grow and they get old, and you gotta let them be free. Use them.
They just didn't find an opportunity. They used smoke 2 times, couldn't manage to find anything. Like this build on Dead Prophet actually reminds me of like Mushi Medusa build, the Manta style Lincolns.
Right.
One of the so-called most useless builds in the history of Dota. where you don't actually do anything, you don't deal damage, you're just taking care of yourself.
Don't do damage, you just... yeah, you know, that's some people's philosophies. Take care of yourself.
You can deal damage type of a thing, but...
That is true. Well...
You can with a lot of heroes.
Yeah.
You die with Lashrak, Eat, Venomancer. Well, there are a couple of things, but with most heroes you can't deal the damage.
Most people can't deal damage at all.
Heroes, not people.
Can deal damage after they're dead.
Oh, it's nice. Go into that dark area. Not an expert on these kind of things.
Stones going towards the ulti orb, going for the Lincoln Sphere. It's already got that perseverance.
Dire's middle tower is under
Really
attack.
just creaking to a halt.
Just Farm Festival. Everyone hitting the creeps. Pick off here and there. But where's that big team fight? RNG lineup is really good at it. Where is that?
2021 Farm Festival. Farms are happy to have you. Basher next for the troll. He's sitting at 17,000 almost.
Are scanning.
God King's kind of way, and he's almost got a Basher himself. Battle Fury Manta going for the Basher. He's
Has a
also got
shard
a
on top
shard.
of that. Yeah.
Rip Panda. Okay.
But they're trying to do it. He just placed another sentry wolf.
Burrow Strike comes through on a Urus. They're trying to take away his mana. The ball lightning as well as the electric vortex. They've got the silence, but the BKB's been popped by Somnus. So he's okay to keep on going. Exorcism used. This is the first defensive exorcism we're seeing
He
from
places
D-Stones.
another observer ward. Super is just playing some mind games. You know, he plays 2 sentries. He manages the D-ward. He just wanted to have that high ground vision where they want to take the fight, because vision could potentially win them the game there. That's probably the exorcism, but that was exorcism.
Radiant
13 rooms.
are
That's a
scanning.
good thing. Forcing out the BKB from the Storm Spirit. Red Panda, he's one of the few position 5s that really like to invest his early assassin. They want to see Sanking, get rid of the wards. Now Storm Spirit is holding it, going back to Kaya and Sanj, a bit of status resistance, and Kaya got a huge buff. Mana Reason amplification increased from 24 to 50%, so more than double. Wow.
And RNG didn't go in a rush with that exorcism, so Elephant will. And this is going to be Aegis, Cheese, and Shard. If they get it. Throw strike, fly by, a little bit short, goes to the epicenter. Can he pick up anything? Aegis gets picked by Urus. It's actually snatched. Now Sonus is dead, flyby's traded. Battle Trance was used, and he picks up everything.
He got everything. That's a good thing. They managed to get a kill. I'm just looking where the gem is. And fine.
It's on Abaddon.
Abaddon? Okay, he's the one holding it. It would be pretty huge if they lost the gem there as well.
Is he? Yeah, he's probably going to give the shard to Storm, right?
Nah, he's keeping it.
Oh, is he?
There we go. Rampage.
Rampage.
Give him the rampage. Yeah.
Now you can just buy a Rampage. I didn't. Yeah. You don't have to get 5 kills anymore. Just need 1,400 gold. Balance.
I'll take your tribute.
It's a long cooldown on Rampage. It's an 80-second cooldown. 75 mana. It's a good one. It gives either attack speed or you get the status resistance. Depends whether you're melee or range.
Blinks in, blinks out, flyby. Gotta be careful. Sentry wards placed down by both teams over mid. BKB gets popped. Felix still sitting back. It's like he's looking for the perfect black hole.
Seems to be the case.
Like it has to be
They
perfect.
need to be a bit more chaotic in the front lines to set things up. You know, go in. You know where looping around if they land a good arena. So potentially that's the play.
Still 4K behind. Of course, Troll getting a little bit of a boost with that shard in the net worth department.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like throughout this whole game, we did not see a single team fight. Like one big team fight, Enigma going in, followed up by a Sanking, Dead Prophet running. So Lincoln Sphere done on Dead Prophet as well.
Will the next
Dire's
item
bottom tower is under attack.
be defensive? Can the next item be defensive?
I don't think it's possible to get another defensive item after this one. Just maybe there is. Buy a Wind Waker, invest 6,000 gold. At this point, you need either Shivas to slow things down and possibly provide a bit more vision, or you need a Hex to be able to control them. But a lot of the Hex rallies could potentially be lost against Abba's shield.
RNG are kind of split up a little bit. This might hurt them. They're going to dust immediately, looking for the epicenter to go in. Onto FY, but the arena's through the got the silence up, takes Assassin. He's going to get out, even though he got the Ghost Scepter off. However, Flyby does leave. So it is a trade. A trade that...
They will take it.
Yeah, BKB's down to 6 for Flyby. I guess he's in, he's out. It's pretty much his job. I don't know if the BKB really matters going from 9 to 6 for him as much. Keystone's king. Away.
And this will be gone in minute 20. Maybe then it's time to strike. Enigma has a full duration BKB, Midnight Pulse, level 3 going into Etherlands. I love that build. This is the first time when I saw Jinkyu, I believe, who played Enigma in the previous patch. Like, that was his first item. Just the cast range, mana regeneration, feels good. Also, he decided to go for the 8th CDR. I'm a big fan of Midnight Pulse. Like, I think this talent, don't get me wrong, reducing the cooldown on your BKB, on your black hole, that's all fine. But the Midnight Pulse AoE is actually huge. It covers the whole screen.
Yeah, that would be nice to have the extra radius. I hope Season 2 do end up seeing a keys from him.
No, we're good, thank you.
He plays a really good Vortex. It's fun. It's more fun than you think. Smoke. RNG. They'll come over. Control, smoke broken. God King forced to run.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hey, just gone in a few seconds. Let's see if we stop it. Nice setup. Carafin, there's the info now. Can he time it?
Does he want to go in? BKB's been popped. He doesn't jump just yet. Looking for that opportunity. Maybe looking for the troll to turn around. They've got the Exorcism rolling on a Red Panda. Still chasing this Abaddon. Still staying far behind. There's the borrowed time. They've got the Pro Strike. Back to full health. And now, they missed the stun. They'll continue to try to get this kill on a Red Panda. They just can't.
Too tanky. He has a plate mail, full soul crest. He can't even kill Abba. It was a nicely timed gank, but there is no real follow-up. They need to use like either a black hole, or they need to use the Omni Slash on top of him while he's stunned to be able to deal the damage.
Yeah, Felix, it looked like he had the positioning ready to go. And
Not yet. We're waiting for that 35 to 40 minute black hole.
It's just not going to come out yet. The black. So next for the Mars. You've got that Basher ready. Enigma is still going into the Aether Lens.
Shadow Demon, Ag's done, so he can potentially break Juggernaut's critical strike, which is not bad. Also, you have 3 charges off Demonic Bird.
I've been wanting this.
Right now,
you could just use like those charges on a Juggernaut.
seriously. Go after him. They've got the Vortex. Burlstra comes in with BKB Popeye Somnus. That doesn't land. BKB was also Popeye Yang.
I was wondering what that sound is. It's the same sound as Aldi.
It's just the same sound.
I believe it is.
So, right now, Enigma is just a red super giant. He's not at the final step. He still needs to go through Supernova, and then he'll be able to use the black hole and be beautiful.
Yeah, we've seen at the major Enigmas being able to almost defeat Supernova, like this final boss. He almost getting caught, but quick reaction.
He blinked back, Flyby trying to Bro Strike away, and now they've got the Midnight Pulse down. Top of the Death Prophet, they're still trying to get G-Stones out, the Bashes are in. It's not enough to save him. Blade Fury all around Felix looking for his opportunity. They've done a lot of damage here. Omni Slash bouncing around, BKB's been popped. There's the black hole that comes through on a 3. They're going to go to Yang, they'll go over, and they'll take out Urus. While Lightning in with the Vortex, though, it's going to be a trade as they get the kill on the God King, but they've used the Spike Cavern, so they haven't started to follow this up. No, not yet. They have the Spike Strike. Flyby dying as he gets the Burrow Strike out. They hit the impale onto the Abaddon. Flyby does buy back, and they're trying to get Red Panda out of mana and out of Volt. Right clicks coming in, Exotic Shield popped again, Burrow Strike through, and they'll get the kill on the Red Panda. They'll take him out. It does force the buyback from Flyby. God King, he's dead too, but they finally use that black hole. It's a 3-man black hole that does get them numbers.
Finally, he lands a good black hole. He stole the gem. Like, you can see how much damage Shadow Demon does in the end. He uses a Soul Catcher, which is maxed out. Like, it's just so much. I want to see how many charges of Demonic Purge he used it onto Juggernaut, because he can just ruin him. He also went for 200 damage on Demonic Purge, level 15 talent. So it's 700 damage times 3 minus magic reduction. It's around 1600 damage. 1500.
Let's see it again. Blink back from Felix. Go after D-Stones. Broken. Bashed. And, there was a bash back from God King, which almost saved D-Stones. Then he was immediately first to hit bash again. Let's see Felix. Watch the blink, because Storm's coming in to go to the backlines as I believe he goes for this blink. Yeah, BKB, blink, black hole.
He blinks out. He manages to blink out. Storm was ready to go in. Now check the damage from the Shadow Demon. Soul Catcher on 2 heroes. They just lose so much HP. But good buyback there from Sanking. They managed to take down Gem from Abba, which is pretty big. They have 2 Invis heroes.
Aegis, Cheese, Axe Blessing, Dire. They have nothing to stop this. And again, it is another Aegis for Elephant.
Yeah, I think you give that Aghanim Scepter to Storm Spirit. Free items. So they got a lot of free gold this game from Roshan. They got the Shard, they got the Cheese Aegis, and the Aghanim Scepter on Storm Spirit. This is going to be big. Like, Zip could potentially ruin them. Troll with the Battle Fury. Mars follows it up. Just like God's Rebuke could make a ton of damage.
Saw a lot of gold from Roche, giving the allowance out. Hey Roche, we have our 1,400 gold allowance? Yeah, sure, here you go.
The best I can do is 5. You know, this is how it works for me in the pubs.
Roche, we're back. We were hoping we could get more allowance this time. How much do you want now? 4,200.
Oh, strike hits. Here is caught.
That pulse is down. They're getting his mana away, and they've got the Bashes. You see. So, FY getting that save. He gets the Battle Trance off and fields up into the air. They've got themselves the Electric Vortex opportunities here. They look over at Super with the BKB pop here. Oh, the misses from Yang. That's pretty uncharacteristic of him, as God King's already won himself the obvious ledge. They've got themselves the black hole through on Urus. It looks like Yang. He's going to go through for more, and now they've got the blue hole turning around. That's on the 3. Ball landing back and forth from Samus, who eat the cheese of going into D-Stones. Urus getting low, trying to run with the Defiant Shield being placed out by Red, and that's helping him survive so far. He's really been saved a multitude of times. They get a kill on the Fury. He'll buy back immediately. They don't have flyby for 90 seconds, but the Blade Fury, the Bashes on the Samus, they're getting a kill on the Storm. And Billing is placed on him, goes up into the air as this Mars, and they kill Yang. Got the stealth as he lands up into the ground. They've got the Midnight House at his feet. They'll take him out, no buyback.
That was a good fight from RNG. They almost managed to take down the Troll as well, but the Satanic, his ulti, it's just a bit too much. Like, you can see the Juggernaut. He's using the spin with the Shard to be able to do the bashes. He's also applying procs from the Mindbreaker, silencing people. I think Flyby would have enough time to use his haven't there. Like when he lands, I don't think there's an instant BKB. First he stuns him, then doesn't pop it. Okay.
Spear misses. Omnislash should take up the Aegis. Flyby goes to the back lines. Felix for that opportunity again. BKB Black Hole, but of course FY is there with a disruption. Continue up this fight.
They need to be able to jump Shadow Demon. Like, this is the target to go for. If they can somehow manage to get a good jump with the possible sanking, but so far, FY position has been amazing this game. And this Philosopher's Stone, like, they set up game at the start, getting the first blood, another kill. He had the 4 or 5 minute mana boots, continues to stack the jungle, finds the Philosopher's Stone, gets the Blink Dagger, and like, it's gonna be hard because I see E on this. They have nothing that they can dispel the things with.
That's gonna be going for the disc. They pick up a timeless relic on RNG, which is given over to the Nyx Assassin.
Oh, it's a great item on Nyx. Like the lasting 25% longer. He went for the Impale stun. Getting closer to level 20, plus 0.6 seconds Carapace stun duration. It's quite a lot. That's 3 seconds extra, 0.25. Brings him to 3.7 second Carapace. So that's going to be huge.
So still a 16k lead. We can find from this. Nothing doing just yet. As over mid. Take a look. Eurus going into the Swift Blink. He's got that Abyssal. Yang, like we said, he had finished off the death, so he's also going for an Abyssal.
They're trying to itemize to be able to deal with Enigma's BKB.
Almost 25 for Death Prophet. Those extra Exorcism spirits out there. I'll put a lot more damage.
I think this time around he needs to go for the Exorcism spirits just to have a bit more damage. Spirit Siphon is all good, don't get me wrong, but the damage coming up from the spirits could be a bit too high. They're getting close. Oh, they see him.
They spotted him. And just as he gets spotted, the TP away from this troll. Blaze Fury on top of Yang. He's going to use himself into the air, and then, well, that's not going to help him out.
So they
drops the gem.
Is that another gem? I believe that is. They just found 2 gems. Nyx Assassin is holding one. That was bought by Red Panda.
Yeah, and then they've got the gem on the deck. They've got the Eyes of the World ready to go.
Juggernaut is doing so much with his spin. As I said, the flying dashes. He went for Blade Fury DPS on top of that.
For the Enigma. So that black hole on a 147 second, 0.2.
Oh,
cooldown.
0.2, that's the big
difference
changer.
maker. 0.2. It's a lot.
I think I would prefer him to have Refresher. Just get the lens. You still have enough mana to cast the 2 black holes with, then you can go back to Green for. And at this point, you don't even have a buyback. Has a ninja gear, so he can smoke himself. Gonna be much harder to find.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, much harder to find, and he's been kind of on it with these blinks and the BKB. Avoiding the storm, getting into the right position. Oh, Jug getting given a bottle. What is he going to bottle up? Double damage. 2 times the damage.
It's the only time you give someone a bottle. If it's double damage, maybe Arcane, but yeah, he would prefer to have a Basher inside his inventory.
Yeah, true. Especially with what it's been doing for him. You know, we've got these tier 5 items that come out at 60 minutes. I'm ready for tier 2 runes. That's the idea. Triple damage.
Okay.
Triple damage. Lightning Vortex Spear catches 5 items. He's got buyback. They're gonna go after the Enigma. He catches him. He doesn't have buyback. They caught him I believe, trying to go in with a black hole. And now they're running from the Earth. They've got the disruption. The Lotus Orb is going to be placed on the Earth. They have to go until that lands. Right clicks coming in. God King trying to do what he can. But Rampage, I believe, is out. He's dropping the right clicks. They've got him low. Can God King survive? That will get likely. And he's dead for 100. He's going to buy him and go over to the outpost as quick as he can. They've got the silence out on the Earth, but the Lotus Orb is going to purge that off. They look over, try and kill Somnus. Burrow Strike lands. They've got the control. They'll get the kill to Somnus. He's dead. He does not have buyback.
But at what cost? They had to use buyback on God King. Flyby uses buyback immediately. That's why I said Enigma. Maybe he should have kept the buyback instead, investing that money into the Octarine core. Like, you get caught, you die. Where's the follow-up? Next, Roche may respawn in 20 seconds. Source Spirit, no buyback. There's another gem on the ground.
Gems on gems on gems.
Radiant are scanning.
Scam comes out. That does connect. Maybe thinking that they're going after Roche in a few seconds as the respawn time is
Storm
5.
will be able to pick up the gem with his courier. It's being pinged out, but I think it's a bit too late.
Roche, a minute. Right as Storm comes back up. Did they lose both gems? No.
There's one on
the
Nexus
Assassin. They're good.
It's very hard for Juggernaut. Like, he can potentially use the ulti, but there is a Lotus Orb on Troll, so he can't pop it. That's the big issue. Like, they have no way of dispelling things, and it's one of the best items against the Juggernaut in the mid late game.
Super did so much in this fight. Just burrowed under the ground, being a nuisance. Spike Carapace, the Impales.
Yeah, they need to deal with this Nyx Assassin.
He was problem last game.
He was.
And
I want to
to
see Eon Disc. Like, they have nothing. I mean, they have Shadow Demon ulti. I'm not sure if he wants to save that one to possibly purge it off, and he also take a lot less. He's borrowed. If he gets his multiple spells off in a team fight, that's gonna be big. Like, the Reflection, stun duration on Nyx Assassin, 3.6 seconds. A bit of Kale there.
I thought he was setting up. They had the vision in the lane with the Obs. He goes into the burrow.
They are inside a bit.
In the Roche. They're trying to get this Aegis Shield Refresh Shard and the Axe Blessing. They're going to get it easy for free. Aegis picked by Eurus. They leave the Refresher Shard. Interesting. They're going to go and look for the Burrow Strike. That doesn't let him to FY. He blinks away. They've got the Spear that's out onto D-Stones. He's in a lot of trouble. The Abyss way to follow up with the Black Hole comes through on the 2. It's going to be up to the Abaddon as well as the Troll. Is being to be followed by Kitty with the Bellas. Arena down as well as the Godspeed that's going to be out on the D-Stones. Omniplex bouncing around. It's over on the right. Hitter's going to borrow time. Thanks for the help, John. Because you're not getting this kill. D-Stones, he goes down. Burrow Strike comes through on the Earth, but he's going to be enough. He still has an 8 to work with, so it's not looking likely. They'll go after the Angry, get the kill on the Mars. They'll take him out, but he's saved for 99 and does have buyback. Flyby, Felix, they're gone with D-Stones. D-Stones and Flyby don't have buyback because they used it before, and they're going to look over as Elephant will take the fight.
Yeah, a lot of lag. Haven't seen too much. Decent Black Hole, but the Troll is a bit too much with Satanic, with that Rampage as well. There's still a Refresher Shard inside the pit. Like, this could potentially be a game changer if, like, maybe it's time to scout things out, see what's happening there. You don't see that anyone used it. Maybe they forgot.
Send a courier. Actually, just go get it yourself.
You have to go get it yourself because the couriers don't provide vision inside the Roche pit anymore.
They're gonna go get the tier 3. The range max melee. And they defend. They're without 2 heroes. They're without the Black Hole. They need everything to go right. Maybe Super can be that turnaround. But it's certainly going to be tough. Black Hole, 22 seconds. That prop it up in the same time. Take out another set. 33,000 net worth lead.
Is under attack.
They need to go in and close out the game. Still no Black Hole yet available. We'll be up in a couple of seconds. There we go.
Still have to go for ages, though. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough considering they still don't have 5 either. They'll land me now. They're just trying to slow this down so they can get all 5 heroes up. Eurus hit with the Spirit Siphon. Now they've got the silence out onto this control. But there's the loaded sword to keep him safe. So back off. They don't get the last. They don't get the last interaction. So no megas, just supers and super resonance.
Midnight Ball still doing the work, but I feel like they should go in and try to close out this game. Possibly if they get a good jump on Enigma, like they take him down because there are no saves whatsoever.
They're gonna go in. Lightning Vortex damage on a D-Stones. He's got the BKB, but he's already broken. He's hit with the Abyssal Blade. They're gonna Blade Fury in, try and get him away. The Black Hole and get out on a Urian, but he's got the Aegis, so they need to be careful about how they go for this. They're gonna take the Aegis out with the Burst Strike as well as the Impale's coming through. The Arena down as well as the Spear that's going to land on the God King. The Ball Lightning as well as gonna get enough to fight out instead of the BKB just went off by Dominic. Now they've got themselves the Vortex, but is it gonna be enough to even get the Nyx Assassin? They don't have the damage just yet. Yang on the back line, looking for a D-Stones. They got the kill fake on King low, but can they get the kill on the Jugget? It's a little likely at the moment as he gets pushed away via the Spear. It's got super. So the Nyx Assassin is dead. He buys back. They've got Yang in the air. The Burrow Strike. And Yang's going to be dead with buyback once again. The gem on the deck for what seems to be the fourth time. That was everything used by RNG. They got the Aegis out of the hands of Elephant. They get the kill on Yang. However, is that enough to hold this game in the balance? RNG can make a comeback once again.
Super is just doing so much work on this Nyx Assassin. The Timeless Relic, the longer duration stuns, the carapaces. They are trying to focus him down. Not the best Black Hole. They managed to kill Juggernaut, kill Troll once. But that's it. Like I think he needs to play a bit more risky, save that Black Hole for potentially, multiple man Black Hole, because this is their way back into this game.
So, watch that replay. Vortex, almost enough. Gosh, Nyx Assassin is surviving for so long. Look at that, stuns up 3. I think stunned up even 4. Finally he dies, but they have to leave yet.
I think this Octarine core on Enigma was not the greatest pickup. It's just, Lens is fine. They have a bit more mana. The cast range, that is also good. But you invested another 3,000 gold that could have potentially been a refresher. And also at this stage of the game, Ninja Gear is fine. You still have Philosopher's Stone. You could get some value from it.
He also went Shard, by the way.
Shard, Enigma Shard is good. The faster you move, the faster it pulls. I've seen Beavers just getting, sucked into the Black Hole.
Just pulling them into the Black Hole. Past that event horizon. Back. Potential to gain back 40k net worth here for Garrus.
He got a couple of free items from Roche.
Yeah. And that allowance. I need and they were finding Stiltons again. He was been the target every single time they try to make a move here with BKB behind, and the right click's coming in. Stiltons just gonna die. He does have buyback. Black Hole, that comes through on a 2, but they don't have anybody to follow this up. There's nobody here. Early strike finally lands. They look over at Eurus. They'll get the kill on the field. They'll end up losing FY. So FY just gonna see Grace here full side of Elephant. They're gonna buy back on both the Shadow Demon as well as the Steelers. They got the kill out on the Sonnet. They look over at Eurus. Eurus is trying to heal up as much as he can, but he doesn't have enough mana. And down the ball, lightning as well as the Vortex. That's gonna lock in 2 heroes, and how Eurus survives. When the Burrow Strike comes in, they get a kill onto Eurus. They lose God King. God King has buyback. Sonet's used his, and his BKB's about to run out. So he's forced to ball lightning away. And they pick up another gem.
There's 2 gems on the ground. You can just pick it up. Like he's just, I'll keep one. I don't necessarily need to pick up the second one. He could potentially put the observers and sentries in his backpack and just take another gem, but does not want to do it.
So no Enigma for 66, no Black Hole for 60. They need to be able to hold. They bought back on 4 heroes on Elephant. That opens up opportunity for RNG, but they're right here back at the base again.
Enigma does not fly back for another 2 minutes. They want to go in and try to close out this game. Nyx Assassin with the Burrow Strikes, with the Mana Burn, Sanking also trying to set things up with his Burrow Strike. Yeah, Impale.
Disarm, reflects, that's fine.
He's, very low mana, actually has no mana now. Can't use the ulti. Can't use
Abyssal.
axes. Can't even use Abyssal. Exactly. So they're gonna need to go back.
Wow. So that lets the Enigma come back up.
They potentially have one more fight. Enigma getting closer to the refresher. Like, I love efficiency. I'm all about that efficiency. When you're dead, you have Philosopher's Stone. Why don't you just put it in? Instead of keeping the ninja gear, it's free gold.
Literally free gold. Every time they've gone, and it did work.
Oh,
this
it's being
time.
picked out. They found the refresher inside
Dude, who left
the
this
pit.
here? Who left this refresher? Now the question is, does RNG expect this? A refresher shard this late?
You don't.
They've smoked up.
Well, thank you.
They're,
Like, this could potentially be game losing. If Enigma could have picked it up,
Yeah.
even that profit. Like, I wouldn't mind that.
Almost a refresher for the Death Prophet. Death Prophet has to survive. They've been focusing their attention on the Death Prophet a lot. Lotus Orb, mana burn on the bolt, reflected with the Lotus Orb,
So they gave it to Shadow Demon.
which is smart, I think. Well, he's been doing a lot.
He's been doing quite a lot.
He has been clutch.
Those demonic bird charges 6. You just drop it on one hero. That hero is dead.
Abaddon has that Ags.
We've seen in the first game,
Yeah.
parallel walls, 3 walls used at the same time. Unfortunately, we didn't see 6.
I think we saw like 5 at the end, right?
It was
Because he
4.
had the parallel and then he had the 2. I don't know. Oh, it was a lot.
But this time around, Shadow Demon also trying to get his refresher plus a refresher shard. Exorcism pop.
They're into the pit. They're going to try to get themselves to their first Roche of the game, the 4th Roche of the game. There's 5 minutes until tier 5s. And it looks like this is going to be close.
Yeah, this is big. Abba with level 25 Miscoil talent and the Axe. He's just going to be shooting those coils.
They've got themselves the Aegis. All right. She's picked up.
All right,
He's getting
slow
Axe
it
Blessing.
down. I don't see what's happening. Just go back until Caleb passes.
Breakthrough.
Double
Firewall.
damage.
So yeah, go back to the Abba talk. Aghanim Scepter, whenever someone takes 500 damage, Miscoil will automatically fire. But it's an AoE coil with the talent. It works. Last time I tested it, it worked.
That's
Stupendous.
a Death Prophet. That's where the blessing goes to. Question is he going to use it? No, he gave it to the Enigma. Okay. Gave it to the Enigma. Refresher shard on Enigma. He could get the double black hole.
Triple black hole, possibly.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I wouldn't mind seeing him sell the mech and potentially just have buyback and the refresher.
Card being built for the Death Prophet. And now this game, net worth doesn't matter. The buybacks are lacking. I've got the Aegis on the jug. So he's ready with a second life. This is their first Roche of the game.
And this
And it
whole
comes in a
series
big-
has been chaotic, pretty intense. You never know who's gonna win until the end, so we need to see who will execute it better. Storm Spirit, Full Blood Thorn, Sight of Vice, level 29. Like, what more can you ask from this hero? Troll also has Whirling Axes upgraded. Like, look at Troll, he has so many abilities. Like, Battle Trance is a strong dispel as well.
Buttons to press for that troll. By the way, Nyx Assassin's open. He's got ready.
This time around, he decided to go for a different talent, which I think it's better, because they are not ones who are trying to get the stuff going on the map. It's all about
I'll
that
take your tribute.
defense. They're defending the high ground, defending the three towers, and yeah, he's sitting at 33 armor, which is 65% physical resistance. It's not about dealing the right clicks, but it's all about being more survivable shard, as you said. That'll be built by Death Prophet, so that's gonna give her 1 extra charge, and it's fear. Like before, it was reducing the armor, and now, if you're siphoned for 4 seconds, it's a 2-second fear.
So we're about to get to tier 5. We're actually going to see this.
Storm Force Double
Kale will
Damage!
alleviate. But I'm used to this. The slide showing. We're okay. The action is still alive. The action is still there.
Sometimes it happens, you know, and we have to go through it together, but the very entertaining game.
We all hold hands. Be okay. So I think both teams are going to concede to 60 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait.
What can I get?
Aegis
Let's
will
roll the
expire.
dice.
I don't have that
Radiant are
ballista
scanning.
carrier this time around because Troll wants to be in melee form. What else is potentially good? Like Stygian Desolator, always good.
Ooh.
All good. Apex feels fine. Mirror Shield. What about Giant's Ring? Who do you
That
give
always
it?
feels great. Give it to the Enigma. I just want to see the Enigma with
Radiant's
towering
top
over
tower is
everybody.
under attack.
going for the top tier 2. And it's gone.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Firefly being built. 60 minutes and 30 seconds.
Like Mirror Shield still feels like one of the best ones. Where you just reflect things. Like potentially on Enigma stopping the Abyssal initiations, even though it's very hard for them to get the Abyssal on. Like Yang needs to be in a perfect position pretty much. Like look at the, if you click over Abyssal Blade, it's just so small. So if like Black Hole is used on top of himself, you can't stop it. Like you need to be inside Black Hole, so something that he needs to be careful about, and there's always this opportunity. I don't think it's even doable. Like you need to have BKB also running, because Shard from Enigma will pull you in.
So Apex found by the Jug. Seer Stone. Cast range. Vision bonus. 10 mana regen.
So cast range while he's
Book of
burrowed,
Shadows.
he's gonna test that. Like he just burrowed himself. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this?
Full screen.
It's bigger. It's actually bigger than the full screen.
And now he's going after it. He's like, I like this. This is mine. I'm keeping this. Oh my god. Book of Shadows, Giant's Ring. Helped by the Troll. He's massive. He's actually massive. The biggest Cliff TZ I've ever seen.
60 movement speed, so you can sell your boots. And all his items are very well color coordinated.
Ex Machina and Pirate Hat. Alright, well, Lars with a pirate hat. Yar. The pirate
Always find the bounty rune, so they...
Fallen Sky. I don't know, I'm always interested by every single one. A list. Oh, okay. God.
They don't have the hero that, like, in this game, like, no real value from Ballista. They don't have that the edgy range hero that can just push them away.
See, definitely Fallen Sky. What if it was like Enigma? Fallen Sky, boom, slam down, Black Hole, refresh, Fallen Sky.
Black Hole, Midnight Pulse.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So we have a Juggernaut still holding the Illusion Escape. He was not very lucky in this one. Ex Machina on the Storm Spirit, so he can refresh all of his items. Double Bloodthorn, double Lincoln Sphere, double Sight of Vice, BKB, you name it. Shadow Demon just holding a Telescope for now. Abba, level 26. I want to see how much damage he can transition into healing with the coil, with the Mist AoE coil.
Interesting. So
Sanking is holding Apex.
yeah, he was given it to him by the Jug.
He's like, nah, I'm keeping this one.
Yeah, Jug.
He has
The
4,500 HP, but Nyx Assassin is the hero to look out for. With the Seer Stone, they're just having fun, dude. He's just faking it.
Well, yeah. Well, the whole sound goes off. Pearl, look over. They've got the Invisalign on fire with the Lotus, so it's going to be okay for now. They've got themselves the stun as well as the Invisalign that's going to be reflected with the Lotus Orb. They've already in. They've also got the Hex out of the Jump. They're looking over some Black Hole comes in. Black Hole. All 3 floors on the side of Refresher. They've got the Refresher. Can they get it down? They can. Felix ends up dying. They get the kill over. God came for the right boots. Come in with Abby, so they got themselves the Black Hole.
Heroes. Yay, Red Panda, see you later. He got it. He fought back. It's a full team white. They have buybacks available.
They bought back on 3 heroes already. Who has the buyback left? Troll, he has a buyback, not using it right now. Same goes for Mars, so they potentially could buy back on all 5 heroes. That was nicely executed. I did not see what happened there, like how he instantly died after using Black Hole. I'm just looking at the buyback right now, because that's all that matters at the moment. Like Enigma, use the buyback. They need to be able to take care of Enigma. Potentially save him Fallen Sky.
Roche is up in 36 seconds. Going for the tier 3. These auto remnants are
Radiant structures.
also got the glyph. They could back up, go for Roche, but they don't know what's up.
Radiant's middle
By
tower is under
by the
attack.
Mars. There it is.
Radiant's middle
There
tower
is a
has
4th
fallen.
buyback from Elephant.
Trying to hold yours, his buyback. 43 seconds on the Black Hole, but pressure. Winding in, winding out. They've got the arena down as well. This is the other that's going to come through in the next assassin who's burrowed into the ground. But the BKB being caught by the Mars. They'll look over. He's going to use that buyback. He goes forward. They can't get the Black Hole. They will get it. Black Hole out of the Mars. And Shoulder looking over the Abaddon. They get the Cody Yang. They're going to get these Mars out of the fight. For 2 minutes. They look over here. They'll get all that. They're with it. Now Tracer's even trying to keep him alive. The BKB from Popeye Felix. He does have another Black Hole to work with. Can they kill Urus off? He's got such a sliver of health. He finally died there into the shadows. He can't kill Urus. Why no Urus? No game left for Elephant. RNG are going to completely upset. They don't have any. GG is called RN2-0.
Man, I can't believe they did it. After, like, it's pretty much the same thing that happened in the first game. Like, they lose the laning stage. Most of the heroes are in the jungle. For all you people out there who are like, yeah, we should probably give up. You should never give up. Because this just shows, you know, how you can come back into the game. RNG makes a magnificent comeback. Like, there's a refresher shark inside the pit, standing there
minutes.
for almost full 10 minutes. Yeah, let's just pick it up. And then he did. Not have any black holes for like 25, 30 minutes, and he just lands pretty much 2 perfect black holes, 3 perfect black holes in the end, and they set things up for themselves. So RNG, like, I don't.
Juggernaut! 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 Ah! Juggernaut! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Juggernaut! Ah! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut! Ah! Juggernaut!